Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fifth State, the home field of the Spartanburg High School Vikings. Tonight the Vikings face the Cavaliers of Dorman High School. We'd like to remind you that while teams and or bands are on the field, objects may leave the field and enter the grandstand, bleachers, or other areas. These natural incidents can be dangerous to fans, so please, for your own safety, always pay close attention to what's happening on the field. Please be aware of any objects or materials which may pose a hazard to you as you watch the game or move about the stadium. Also, for your own safety and convenience, we ask that no one run through the grandstands or bleacher areas. Fans with young children should advise them of these injury risks and the absolute need for being careful. Please conduct yourself in a manner so that every fan can enjoy the game in a spirit of good sportsmanship. We appreciate your cooperation. We'd like to remind you that Gibbs Stadium is a smoke-free stadium. We ask that you clear the plaza behind the press box once you visit the concession stands or restrooms. We appreciate your cooperation. We'd also like to tell you that the athletic field will be closed after tonight's game, and only authorized personnel will be allowed on the playing field. If you wish to buy a game program, being sold by Spartanburg High School student council members at stadium entrance gates and on the plaza. A special thank you to State Mobile for sponsoring tonight's game. State Mobile offers same-day repair on smartphones and most other devices and tablets. They also have the latest accessories at great prices. We encourage you to visit their highly trained staff at the convenient new location on East Henry Street in Spartanburg. Without the support of our sponsors, we would not be able to reach our goals. We once again, stay mobile for your generous support of our Vikings. Spartanburg High School All Sports Country Club would like to thank this year's sponsors. Our blue sponsors are The Beacon, Bojangles, Bubba's Barbecue, CWS Insurance, White's Pine Street Exxon, Magnolia Financial, Gobert State Farm, Steve Woodson Law Firm, The Cage, Nick Bailey Volkswagen, and Whip Bishop Law Firm. Our gold sponsors are Founders, Higginbotham and Niece Orthodontics, Orthopedic Associates, and Young Life. And once again, thank you to Stay Mobile for sponsoring tonight's game.
You violate when you come straight. Plus, gang over here, thing I ain't like doing this anyway. They bankrupt my dinner place. See, no, we understand advisor, but they ain't get away. You're doing something in my patient may be tarnished, but my chopper and my G code, they stay polished. So chill out. Got a lot more than I can handle, baby. And I can't even lie, sorry, you my kind of lady.
students, and staff, I would like to welcome you to Gibbs Stadium, the beautiful campus of Wofford College and home of the 2014 football state champions. Our students, staff, parents, and community are committed to providing world-class educational opportunities for all of our students. Over the past 2 years, SHS has been recognized by Washington Post, U.S. News and World Report, and Newsweek magazine as one of America's top high schools. We pride ourselves in 4 specific areas: academics, athletics, the arts, and activities. For the first time ever, SHS won state championships in 3 of the 4 areas. As a result of the caliber of our students in the area of athletics, we were honored with the prestigious General Excellence Award in Athletics, sponsored by the Spartanburg Herald-Journal for our team and individual achievements. SHS has won this award 3 of the past 4 years. Spartanburg High School has always had a strong tradition of excellence and innovation, and with the continued support of parents, community, and Board of Trustees, we will continue to help our students reach their greatest potential. We want to thank you for being here this evening, and on behalf of Spartanburg High School and School District 7, please have a wonderful evening and enjoy the game. Go Vikings.
Head coach of Spartanburg High School Vikings. Welcome to Gibbs Stadium. Have a nice game. On behalf of the entire District 7 family and our coaches and players, I want to say thank you to all of you, our boosters, our parents, our sponsors, and our dedicated fans. On the field tonight, you'll see talented cheerleaders, band members, trainers, and players. All of them are committed to excellence, and like you, they're very proud of every student. Thank you for supporting our program, and especially our kids. Be loud, be proud, go Vikings.
Your attention, please. There's an automobile parked on Cumming Street in front of the stadium. It must be moved immediately. It is a gray Kia Optima. A gray Kia Optima. The license number is 42328W. I say again, 42328W, as in whiskey. Please move this car immediately.
Yeah, I'm standing at the table for the trip.
Football fans, the Great American Rivalry Series would like to take a moment to honor the tops. Football fans, the Great American Rivalry Series would like to take a moment to honor the top scholar athletes of each school. As part of the series, the United States Army will be presenting each player with a college scholarship in recognition of their academic achievement and athletic excellence. Unlike these athletes that work hard on and off the field, the United States Army is proud to honor the senior player holding the highest academic standing from each team. From Dorman High School, Colin Matthew Hill. Presenting the award is Sergeant McNeil. Congratulations once again to Colin Matthew Hill. From Spartanburg High School, Shepard Hawkins. Presenting the award is Sergeant First Class Wallace. Congratulations, Shepard. Once again, our congratulations to Colin Matthew Hill and Shepard Hawkins. Let's have a big round of applause for both Rivalry Series scholar athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, the starters for the defensive unit of the Dorman Cavaliers. At defensive end, number 45, Tommy Littlejohn. At defensive tackle, number 92, Jason Massey. At the other defensive tackle, number 99, London Nesbitt. And at the other defensive end, number 26, Donnie Jackson. At linebackers, number 31, Tyrell Earls. Number 29, Wesley Robinson at the middle linebacker. And the outside linebacker, number 33, Azariah Vasquez. The cornerbacks, number 2, Tyrek Long. And number 3, Keyshawn Gray. Free safety, number 6, Quincy Nash. And the strong safety, number 20, Rodney Landrum. The offensive starters for Spartanburg High School. At left tackle, number 52, Bryson Coleman. Number 59, at left guard, Albert Rankin. The center will be number 63, Joe Nelson. The right guard, number 51, Grady Thomas. And the right tackle, number 73, Steve Lender. The wide receivers, number 13, Marcellus Wilson. And number 2, Romaine Kelly. So number 17, Eric Rice. And number 1, Dolores Scott. Running back, number 28, Tavian Feaster, and the quarterback for the Vikings of Spartanburg High School, number 12, Austin Scott.
Academy of Leadership is transforming lives, changing expectation, and turning heads throughout our community. It is pivotal to everything we are doing on the north side of Spartanburg.
To play, to paint, to dance.
The unique thing about Eaton Todd School is students start with us as early as age 3 and remain with us through the 8th grade. It's truly the essence of a community school.
This is an exciting time to be a Spartanburg School District SAG and in our community. You know, our goal of being a school district of choice in the upstate, of being the most innovative district in South Carolina, and being a model school district in the Southeast has everything to do with providing the best opportunities for our students. Every game we make is for the benefit of every child we serve.
There's something special about the spirit of Spartanburg High School. We've been honored by Newsweek, Washington Post, and U.S. News and World Report as one of America's top high schools. Our graduation rate continues to climb. We have enhanced the high school experience with adding the Freshman Academy and the Viking Early Cup. Yes, I could talk about AP School and winning championship teams, but at the end of the day, it's really about the spirit of District 7.
It's about vision. It's about excellence.
It's about innovation.
It's about us.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending memories into motion. Like how we sing apart and make our heart open.
Hello, Vikings. My name is Gina Miller, and I'm with the American Cancer Society here in Spartanburg. I am so proud of Spartanburg High School's commitment to the fight against breast cancer. You may be wondering why it's so important for you to support the NFL school.
This is my fight song. Take back my right song. Give me my right
Crucial hedge helps raise money for the American Cancer Society, so we can continue making improvement in treatment and early detection of breast cancer and to save more lives.
You can make a difference. You can give hope. You can take part.
Make sure this week, when you give, think about it being an investment in your future. Think pink and God.
The Spartanburg High School Think Pink Committee would like to thank the following businesses and individuals for their donation to the American Cancer Society for a crucial catch. Bio Hillcrest, Carolyn Reagan, Kathy Guffey, Chris White, Dawn Graves, Dr. Eric Neese, Eddie Bertrand, Explore Up Close, LLC, Gina Miller, Jesse Boyd Elementary School, Kimberly Bernardi, Mary H. Wright Elementary School, Oops on East Main Street, Pine Street Elementary School, Publix of Hillcrest, Sugar Cakes, the Spartanburg High School administration, faculty, staff, and coaches, the Spartanburg High School Student Council, Twisties at Hillcrest, Wendy Jackson, and Whitner S. Bishop, PA. Fans, tonight's game between Spartanburg and Dorman has been designated as one of the 100 featured games in the nationwide 2015 Great American Rivalry Series presented by the United States Army. Game selection for this series is based on history, tradition, great football, and awesome fans. We wish to thank the Army and Brainbox for selecting tonight's contest as part of the 2015 Great American Rivalry Series. Please give them a warm Spartanburg High School and Dorman High School welcome.
It's the biggest game of the year.
I'm here for the tradition. It goes way back.
Every year.
Nothing will keep me from going to this game.
From coast to coast. The Great American Rivalry Series. America's fiercest high school football rivalries. Right here, right now. The Great American Rivalry Series. You know Friday nights.
We welcome home alumni from the class of 1984 and also 1985 who are here with us tonight. We ask that they stand to be recognized. The class of 1984 is celebrating their 31st year reunion, and the class of 1985 their 30th year reunion. We extend to you a warm welcome home. As you reacquaint yourselves with Spartanburg this weekend, you'll notice some things have changed, but you'll still always be able to recognize Viking pride. The pride and tradition of this community stands on and continues to pave the way for our citizens and our young people. We hope all of you will have an enjoyable weekend with former friends and classmates. We thank you for all you continue to do and to represent the Spartanburg High School Viking. At this time, would you please rise for the presentation of colors? By the Spartanburg High School Army JROTC Color Guard, under the direction of retired Major Charles Davis and retired Master Sergeant William Foster Jr. Tonight's colors are presented by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Janai Harris, the National Color Bearer, and the Color Guard Commander. Cadet Captain Ziona Miller, South Carolina Flag Bearer. Cadet Captain Samantha Henson, Rifle Color Guard. And Cadet Command Sergeant Major Lyric Autry, Rifle Color Guard. Please remain standing as Spartanburg High School student and cheerleader Maya Coughlin will lead us in prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dear Lord, you have blessed us with many gifts and talents. We thank you especially for the ability to participate in this game today. Help us to play in a way that fosters goodwill and teamwork. Help us to play to the best of our abilities. Win or lose, we hope to practice good sportsmanship, have fun, and celebrate life. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tonight's game is being played in remembrance of Stuart Whitney Elliott, longtime District 7 educator who passed away this summer after a brief illness. Stuart worked for District 7 for over 30 years as an educator, registrar, and administrative assistant. He will be remembered fondly by many as the statistician for Spartanburg Vikings basketball and football programs. Stuart was really the icon for Spartanburg High School sports. Spartanburg High School students, many who are here tonight celebrating their high school reunion, will also remember Mr. Elliott as the one who called out their name at graduation. Stuart saw the best in all people and treated everyone he met with kindness and a smile. He was passionate about education and for over a decade committed himself to the Citizen Scholar Program, both as a board member and a mentor. Stuart encouraged and supported countless students to apply themselves and to believe in themselves. He loved his sports and he embodied Viking pride through his incredible knowledge, boundless respect of everyone, and kindness. He loved his church, and he loved spending time with his family, his wife Anne and their two daughters, Whitney Heath Elliott Fisher and Mary Elizabeth Elliott Edwards, and numerous grandchildren. Tonight we pause in remembrance of Stuart Whitney Elliott. And now a moment of silence in his memory. Thank you. Please direct your attention to the flag located at midfield as we honor America and the men and women around the world defending our freedom as the Spartanburg High School Corporation sings the national anthem, followed by the Spartanburg High School alma mater, performed by the Viking Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to have as honorary captains for tonight's game, representing the Spartanburg High School class of 1985, Tyrone Gilmore Jr., Brian Hammond, and Jeff Stevens. Tyrone Gilmore Jr. played quarterback for the Vikings and was also voted best all around in the yearbook superlatives. Ty lives with his family in Spartanburg. He is here tonight with his father, Tyrone Gilmore, District 7 Superintendent from 1994 till 2002. Brian Hammond was the captain of the 1985 football team. He played center. He went on to play at Clemson, transferring to play and graduate from Wofford. He and his family live in Spartanburg, where he's one of the owners of Stay Mobile and Bob's Car Wash. Jeff Stevens was a star baseball player at Spartanburg High School and is now serving his 8th year as principal. He is voted finalist for the senior yearbook superlatives. He's just as friendly today and a truly generous person, a family man who feels deeply for his children and all the young people in the school district. Let's have a quick round of applause for our 3 honorary captains, Tyrone Gilmore Jr., Brian Hammond, and Jeff Stevens. Along with our honorary captains, the captains for the Cavaliers at Dorman High School. Number 6, Lucy Nash. Number 15, Calvin Hill. Number 29, Wesley Robinson. And number 50, Sam Thompson. Vikings captains number 12, Nathan Scott. Number 19, Mike Murphy. Number 20, Hezekiah Wood. Number 28, Tavian Feaster. High School won the toss. Will Turner. The Cavaliers of Dorman High School will receive to begin tonight's game.
We will stand and fight. Rage.
To receive for Dorman. Number 10 and number 2.
Week last week
About it.
after the Burns game.
Dorman fans have filled their stands. The Viking fans, we filled up ours. I think my uncle stands here, so now we can play. Vikings are pumped tonight. Vikings are really at it. A lot of bounce in the step as Will Lawson tees it up and kicks it off. It'll be a short kick coming to the near sideline, fielded around the 20-yard line, coming up to 25, now cutting upfield to the 30. What a 10-yard return that time. Look like Holbert on the return, and the Dorman Cavaliers will be brought out by Colin Hill, senior quarterback of the Dorman Cavaliers. It'll be 1st and 10 for Dorman, moving from our left to right. The Cavaliers in their light blue helmets, white shirts, white pants with the light blue numbers. The Vikings in the Vegas gold helmets with the navy shirts and the gold pants with the white numbers as we get set to go. 1st and 10 for Dorman. 3 wide receivers going to the far side of the field. Ball's at the right hash mark. Here's the snap, and they'll give it to Shenard Bain. He'll come right side, cut it up 35, big hole 40. Shenard Bain's got a lot of room near sideline 50. Into Viking territory. He's pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 31 yards. Knocked out of bounds by Joe Delaney III, and that's the start the Cavaliers want to have.
Well, Bain's he's a little guy, and he kind of hesitated in the backfield, waited for his pull block from the backside guard to open up a hole for him. Once he did, he accelerated right through it. Looked like Shugart maybe a little bit out of position, got beat past him, and big gain for the Dorman Cavaliers on 1st down.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side. It's a pistol formation for the Cavaliers. Hill's in the shotgun. 3-3-5 look, and Colin Hill going over and changing the play up with 7 on the play clock. Play clock down to 3. Here's the snap. Hill dropping back to pass, looking right side and only right side. He'll fire it. It's caught at the 24-yard line. Daquan Green had all sorts of space, and Trey Smith is arguing that it was a big push-off, and we don't see Trey give up that lot of room normally, Gavin Fisher.
Now, taking a look at the instant replay, can't really see a push-off based on the camera angle, but another big gain for Dorman on 1st down. They're not wasting any time.
Ball is all the way down into Viking territory, into the red zone, I should say, at the 19-yard line. Same formation for the Cavaliers. Hill's in the shotgun. He'll call for it. Toss sweep to Shenard Bain, left side. Got a little room. 20. Now goes further to left side. 10. Shenard Bain is going to get in the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Dorman Cavaliers. A quick strike by Dorman, and not even a minute has gone off the clock. It's Dorman who leads Spartanburg 6-0 on an opening drive of 70 yards, and an extra point will be coming up.
Well, if you're Dorman, and that's what you want to do. It's at Spartan High Stadium. You want to take some of the crowd out of it. You want to take some of that momentum and put it on your side of the football field. And Shenard Bain, just big holes to run through, really. Nice cut to the outside, but their offensive line just busting things open as the Vikings do a lot of getting upfield. And Dorman Cavaliers are trapping. It looked like they trapped Lewis Rogers on the outside there to create the big hole off tackle.
Extra point is up and good. 11:08 remaining in the first quarter. Your score, Dorman 7, Spartanburg nothing. You're listening to Viking football on The Source.
Morris Tire is closing in on its 50th.
Back here at Gibbs Stadium, Dorman about to tee it off. They strike first. Shenard Bain, 19-yard touchdown run on the Wakefield Automotive Drive summary. 3 plays, 70 yards. And again, Shenard Bain punches it in to put Dorman on top early.
Tavian Feaster back, along with Demaje Foster. It's a short kick, however, coming to the near side. It'll be picked up around the 37-yard line, knocked out at the 41. Goes Tavares Scott, as they won't even test Feaster or Demaje. Good field position for the Spartanburg Vikings, and that's where senior quarterback Austin Scott will bring his offense out for the first time, trailing the Dorman Cavaliers on the Greenville Health System scoreboard 7-0. Scott will send 3 wide receivers out, 2 to the right side. Ball's on the left hash mark at our own 41. Here's a handoff. Tavian Feaster will go right up the gut, try to spin out of a tackle, and he'll just go nowhere that time. Brought down on the play by a new starter, Kenyatte Garrett. Will come in and make the stop. It's a gain of maybe 1, brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Dorman's undersized, but one thing, you know, when you're playing against an undersized team, means they're quick. When a 6-1 team's undersized, they can move around, and those guys are a lot harder to block than those big guys up the middle.
2nd down and 9. Austin Scott's got 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right side. Here's another give to Tavian Feaster. Goes right up the gut, I should say. Dorman's waiting on him hard. at the 43-yard line. 2 carries for 2 yards, and that's all for Tavian Feaster. Brings up 3rd down and long.
Well, there was a hole there by the offensive line, but they're only blocking that first level of the defense. Either not able to get off blocks or just not reading the fact they got to get to the linebackers. And that time for Dorman, they had 3 linebackers there attacking Tavian after he hit the hole.
3rd down. And about 8.5 to go. High snap to Scott. He's got it. He'll fire it over the middle of the field. Caught. Tavares Scott got a first down into Cavalier territory, passing the 45 all the way up to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards and a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down.
Silly to think of big first downs in the first quarter on the first series of the game. The Dorman, with all that momentum on the first drive, if we were to go 3 and out, that would have been a tough pill to swallow.
4 wide receiver look again. Ball in Cavalier territory, splitting the hash marks. Snap to Scott. Here's a middle screen to Tavares Scott. He's going to be blown up in the backfield, spin out of it at the 48-yard line, and he can't spin away from another one. We lose 9 yards on the play. Mark it back at the 50. It'll bring up 2nd down and 19. A couple of Cavaliers, including Tyrell Earls, and again, number 44, Garrett on the stop. Again, loss of 9.
One thing you can't have on the screen, Clary, is a bunch of linemen passing up blocks. And it looked like both of the guys on the right side for the Vikings were passing up blocks as they were going out there to block on the screen. You can't just let people go by you. They're the ones that made the play in Tavares.
2nd down and 19, ball at midfield. 4 wide receiver look. Here's Scott in the shotgun. He'll fire it out left side. It's going to be caught by Romaine Kelly. Had to go down and get it near sideline at the 37-yard line. We got the yards we lost back, plus about 4 more. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
3rd down, 6 yards to go.
Vikings quickly to the line of scrimmage. Romaine Kelly near side. Eric Rice, Tavares Scott, Pops Wilson to the right side. Actually, Tavian's down to the left side, so 5 wide receiver look. Here's Scott in the shotgun, looking right side, got Tavares open at the 31st down. He'll power his way forward to the 25, all the way down to the 20. Tavares Scott from Austin Scott, another gain of 17 yards, and another Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down.
Different formation, same play. The Vikings still had 3 wide receivers to that side. They had Tavian in the backfield on the first one that they got a first down on. This time they go Tavian split out wide to the left. The Dorman Cavaliers honor it, opens up some space for Tavares.
4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Tavian Feaster will get the handoff, looking for some room up the middle. He'll spin forward to the 15, all the way down to the 11-yard line to gain about 9 yards from the All-American who received his All-American jersey this week, Army All-American jersey, Tavian Feaster.
I love those types of runs where it looks like there's nothing there and a running back's able to just power through, linemen stay with their blocks, and you're able to get 8 yards out.
Feaster lines up as the lone wide receiver to the far side of the field. 3 more come down near us. Vikings moving from our right to left, 7-0. Dorman on top with 7:29 to go on the Greenville Health System scoreboard in the first quarter. Here's the snap to Scott. He's going to fire it up, bat it up in the air, and it's going to be snuggled for. A Cavalier has it, a Viking has it in the end zone, and they're going to call it a touchdown. They're going to call it a touchdown. That ball was tipped in the air. I'm not sure who came down. I think it's
Romaine Kelly.
Romaine Kelly was there to receive it. The pass was intended, I believe, as we're going to get a replay of it right here. As Austin was looking to the left side, it was intended for Tavares Scott. And then you saw Gray get his hands on it, and Romaine went and battled and took it away from him. And we're an extra point away from tying it up.
Attaboy, Romaine. That ball went up, and I said, geez, Louise. I said some golly Moses in my head. And Romaine Kelly just not going to be denied. Once that ball was up in the air, he went after it, and Dorman Cavalier had it. Had that football, and he took it away from him in the end zone. It's not often you see that, but the Vikings catching a break early on that play.
Extra point brought to you by Whit Bishop Attorney at Law. 101 Lafayette Street, downtown Spartanburg. After a 5-yard penalty, the extra point is up and right through there. So with 7:15 remaining in the first quarter, your score, Dorman 7, the Vikings 7. You're listening to Viking football on The Source.
What makes a great downtown area perfect? A great ice cream shop in downtown Spartanburg now has Dottie's Toffee. Dottie's Toffee is located in the heart of downtown and features super premium ice cream flavors, including Charleston Sea Turtle and Dottie's Toffee ice cream, made with Dottie's delicious toffee, made right there in the store before your eyes, using Dot Smith's original recipe.
Feaster lines up as the lone wide receiver to the far side of the field. 3 more come down near us.
At 155 West Main Street in Spartanburg. Dottie's Toffee, making downtown even better.
Welcome back. I hope you didn't tune in late. You missed a couple of touchdowns, one by the Cavs, one by the Vikings. This one, Austin Scott to Romaine Kelly. Ball tipped to the end zone. Romaine Kelly goes up and gets it. 22 yards out, 8 plays, 59 yards on the Wakefield Automotive Drive. Summary with 7:15 left to go in the first quarter. Spartanburg Vikings 7, Dorman Cavaliers 7.
Will Lawson set to kick it off. Kickoff's brought to you by Whit Bishop, attorney at law. Personal injury litigation, real estate closings with Whit Bishop, attorney at law. Here's Will Lawson kicking it off. It'll hit around the 12-yard line, skip past the Cavalier returner, fielding it at the 1. Then he slips down, looking for someplace to go with the 5. Now he's got a lot of room after a block in the back. This is going to come back as he's brought down to the 15-yard line. The Cavaliers are going to start inside their own 10-yard line after Eli Buckley looked for anywhere and everywhere to go, and it's going to be a penalty on Dorman.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're looking at those first 2 series, one by them, one by us. And Clary, Dorman gave us a dose of our own medicine, man. They went 3 plays, 3 big plays for touchdowns. 3 plays, 70 yards, quick strike.
On the offense, half the distance to the goal is first down.
That time, and then they make us. We score, but it takes us 8 plays to go 59 yards. That's really the recipe we've used this year to have success. That's going to have to get flip-flopped. We can't keep giving up these big chunks of yardage to the Dorman Cavaliers.
So 1st and 10 for Dorman at their own 5-yard line. 3 wide receiver look, pistol formation, toss sweep to Bain, left side, big hole up the middle, 5, Bain to the 10, and will spin all the way up to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards, and this team has trouble running the football. I'll believe it when I see it. First down for the Cavs.
I'll tell you what, their offensive line's opening up some humongous holes. That's 3 running plays, 3 huge holes, 1 on the left, 2 on the right, and Vikings defensive line better get their heads out of their rear ends because right now they're getting blown up.
3 wide receivers to the near side. Colin Hill will hand it, no, play action, beautiful play, wide over the middle, 30. Receiver going down to the 40, looking for a number at the 50. Mike Murphy's on the chase at the 40. Down the middle is Pellegrino at the 30, all the way down to the 20-yard line. Stone Pellegrino, a long gain of 65 yards from Colin Hill to Stone Pellegrino, and it's a first down for the Cavs in the red zone once again.
That's what we talked about in the 3 keys to victory. When we play these guys, that's the biggest play we've given up from scrimmage all year. For some reason, we blow coverages. We do all these different things wrong and give Dave Gutshaw a lot of credit, but golly Moses, how does the dude come that wide open? That was a pass that Clary, you would have probably been able to throw out there right-handed. You're a lefty, and I mean that's just unacceptable.
3 wide receivers for the Cavs, 2 to the near side, I should say. Here's another handoff to Shenard Bain. He'll go up the middle, get to about the 16-yard line, and that's all. Be brought down on the play by Ronnie Miller. 7-7 our score on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. Clock ticks under 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Well, this is going to be a spot where our defense is going to really need to bend but not break. So far, Dorman, their shortest play is that last one, a 3-yard gain on first down. Defense is going to have to figure out a way to slow these guys down and not make them get such big chunks.
2nd down and 7. Colin Hill with a shotgun under some pressure. He'll fire it off, got a man caught at the 11-yard line. It's Bain who was open and then tackled in a hurry that time. It'll be a gain of about 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. It looked like Connor Shugart in on the stop. The first down marker is at the Viking 9-yard line. The ball's just outside the 11. Hill in the shotgun, power formation. They'll hand it off to Bain going right side, and he'll get nothing. He ran right into a couple of Viking defenders, including Hezekiah Bird. He may have gotten a half a yard on the gain, but that's all. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 1.5.
Would love to see the field goal team come in right here. That'd be a victory for the defense as bad as we've started.
And that's what you're going to get.
But hey, with Dave Gutshaw, don't rest on it. Don't think it's going to be a field goal. Could easily be a fake.
It'll be a 27-yard field goal. The ball splitting the hash marks. And it's a low snap, and there's a flag on the play. I think we have a delay of game.
Flag on the play. Delay of game against Dorman.
So a delay of game on the Cavaliers. This will back them up 5 yards. 4:17 remaining in the first quarter. We're live from the Pizza Inn studios. It's now going to be a 33-yard field goal for Dorman. Good snap this time. Kick is up on the way, and it is good. So the 33-yard field goal goes right through, and the Dorman Cavaliers are back on top with 4:12 remaining in the first quarter. Your score, Dorman 10, Spartanburg 7. You're listening to Viking football on The Source.
The University of South Carolina Upstate has been proud to serve the Upstate and Spartanburg community for 47 years. In 2013, USC Upstate was ranked by U.S. News & World Report as #1 among public regional colleges in the South. USC Upstate offers more than 40 bachelor's degree programs in the liberal arts and sciences, business administration, nursing, and teacher education, as well as master's degrees in education, informatics, and nursing. For more information, visit uscupstate.edu.
We're back here at Gibbs Stadium. 4:12 left to go in the first quarter. The Dorman Cavaliers have scored on both of their first two drives of the game. This time, a 33-yard field goal. That was a 5-play, 79-yard drive. They start on the 5-yard line for the Dorman Cavaliers. Wakefield Automotive Drive summary. 4:12 left again in the first quarter. 10-7, Dorman Cavaliers.
Kickoff's brought to you by Whit Bishop, attorney at law, 101 Lafayette Street, downtown Spartanburg. High, short kick for the Cavaliers. Going to be fielded by DeMaje Foster at the 23-yard line near side. Now he goes far sideline, got some room, 35. Cuts it at 40. DeMaje Foster, the 50, stumbles a little bit. It's going to be brought down at the Cavalier 40-yard line. It was a return of 37 yards from the sophomore DeMaje Foster. And it's great field position for the Spartanburg Vikings.
Yeah, he caught that on the, it was a high kick. He caught it on the Vikings sideline. The Vikings had a wall set up on the Dorman side. He was able to get to it. I couldn't see who it was, but Dorman Cavalier dove, kind of hit him around the feet, made him stumble. And if that doesn't happen, it slow him down. He takes it home. So a nice return there to put the Vikings in good field position.
4 wide receivers, 3 to the left side. Austin Scott pump fake. He's got some time. He's going to try to hit Tavares on a little stop route. It's caught. He breaks a tackle as he takes a shot to the shoulder. No problem. He's knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Tavares Scott, a beautiful play, tackled by Wesley Robinson. It's a gain of 20 yards and a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down.
Well, the key to that play is giving Austin Scott time to throw the football. And he was sitting back there and really had an opportunity to scan the field looking for his favorite target, number 1.
4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. 1st and 10. Here's the snap to Scott. Looking, got time. Going to the end zone. It's very overthrown, batted, and should have been intercepted. Not a good pass from Austin Scott. And Quincy Nash, the really good free safety that time with his hands on his helmet. And the Vikings catch a break. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I think that's a case right there. Tavian was the inside receiver, and Austin made up his mind, we got a mismatch right here. This is one we're going to score on easy. And he forced it in there. The Dorman Cavaliers dropped back and kind of flooded where Tavian was going. And ironically, Tavares Scott was the man open.
1st and 10, 4 wides. It's a throwback pass to Eric Rice, caught at the 20. Makes the first guy miss. Trying to get out of the second tackle at the 15. He's not going to go any further than that. It's a gain of 5 yards. It brings up 3rd down and 5 from the Cavalier 15.
We talked about in the Burns game, you kind of expect, Tavian Feaster to be a guy that you kind of put out there and let him be a check down receiver. He's going to catch it in open space when you do that. That time it ends up being Eric Rice as the check down guy that puts in 3rd and manageable.
3rd down, I should say, and 5 for the Vikings. 3 wide receiver look, a back to either side of Austin Scott. Eric Rice to the left, Feaster to the right. It's a give to Eric Rice. He's going to go straight backwards, get to the 20. I'm not sure what happened on that play. It just didn't work. It's a loss of 7 yards on that 3rd down and 5, and now the Vikings would have they're going to mark it at the 20, so it would be a 37-yard field goal on a 4th down and 10 if the Vikings choose to kick it.
Had to be a miscommunication there. I don't know how you 3rd and 5 that you're going to go to one of your 2nd or 3rd running backs when you have Tavian Feaster back there with them again. Felt like it was a miscommunication. Vikings going to go for it.
How about this? 4th down and 10 from the Cavalier 20. 3 wides to the left, 1 to the right. Ball just inside the right hash mark. Here comes a blitz. Scott rolls away from it. Looking downfield. He'll fire it to the end zone. It's going to be intercepted. Threw it right to a Cavalier quarterback who'll come out of the end zone and be tackled about the 13-yard line. Austin Scott is picked off for just the 5th time this season, and it's Cavalier football with 2:06 remaining in the first quarter, with the Cavs on top 10-7 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard.
Well, yeah, he rolled out there. Tavian was staying in, helping protect, and Austin did the right thing in terms of throwing it downfield, whether interception or not. You're going to give the football back to him. But the thing was, he had some guys that if you threw it up to them, they have a chance to make a play, but threw it about 10 yards short, giving Dorman Cavaliers a little momentum, a little excitement, and we hadn't stopped them so far, so a lot of confidence.
Cavaliers have the football on their own 12-yard line, moving from our left to right. We're live from Gibbs Stadium in the Pizza Inn studios. A flag came in late as here's a give to Shenard Bain going left side. He'll trip over the 15, get up to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 7. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3, and I believe this is going to be a sideline warning on Spartanburg.
I tell you what, man, Dorman's offensive line, for a bunch of small dudes, they are absolutely jacking up the Spartanburg Vikings defensive line right now, opening up, holes that are 2, 3, 4 feet wide every single running play. The Vikings are having to make an adjustment. I don't know if they're standing up. I don't know if they're looking in the backfield, but right now they're getting beaten.
3 wide receivers to the near side. Here's another give to Shenard Bain. He'll go left side past the 20. He'll have a 1st down up to the 26-yard line. Shenard Bain with a gain of 6. A very late hit by a Dorman offensive lineman, not going to be called. And it's going to be 1st down for the Cavaliers as Dorman is on top 10-7.
And Trent Bird out there with him. Trent's got to be careful in terms of that late extracurricular activity there. But again, the Vikings going look like really with a 4-man front right there, bringing Ronnie Miller up to the line of scrimmage. Just not a whole lot going on. I.L. Jeter slid down into a tackle spot. Chris Miller trying to make an adjustment, but right now it's not working.
1st and 10 at the Viking 26-yard line. Hill's in the shotgun. Here is another give to Shenard Bain. A lot of room, far sideline 30. Bain with speed to the 40, 50, far sideline 40. 30. Shenard Bain is going to be tripped up at the 20 all the way down and gets to the 10-yard line. Actually, and all of that will be for nothing as the far sideline official's actually going to mark him at the 37. We were waiting for some whistles to blow. We didn't hear anything. Everybody ran towards the play. It's still going to be a 1st down for Dorman, but it's going to be back at the Cavalier 37-yard line. But man, oh man, Gavin Fisher, Shenard Bain, they told us they've been struggling running the football.
Well, Dorman's pulling backside guys left and right. They're pulling, and trying to seal that outside, and they're getting it done. That time, I.L. Jeter was in a 2-point stance, and he stood up and just kind of got driven out of the hole, and then once a guy pulled around, then he sealed the linebacker.
1st and 10 for the Cavaliers, 4 wide receivers. Here's another give to Shenard Bain. He'll hit up to the 40-yard line and then hit hard in the back by Connor Shugart. It's a gain of 3 yards, brings up 2nd and 7.
And Dorman right now, in terms of running, they're smash mouthing. They're coming out there and they're saying, hey, we're going to hit you hard. We're going to bring as much beef as we can. We're going to bring as many guys as we can and throw as much at you in the running game.
A lot of fans have made their way over to the Big Hill for each team on the left side, watching a good one as we wrap up the first quarter here in a minute. 4 wide receivers. Here's Hill in the shotgun. He'll throw it over the middle. Caught at the 45-yard line is Pellegrino. He's hit at the 45. Ball pops out, and I believe the Vikings have it. Dorman trying to say he was down. Here comes a late flag in as well. And we'll see what the officials decide. The ball definitely popped out. The question is when, as the officials don't really have a decision. They've held up the football. The Vikings came out of the huddle with it.
Vikings obviously had it. So don't know what the holdup is. And maybe because of the penalty.
Now the officials are talking. A very late penalty came in, and I can tell that some of the officials are talking about looked like he was down. We'll see what the call is.
Field is a fumble recovered by Spartanburg. It's Spartanburg's ball, first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on Spartanburg.
So amidst all that, it is a turnover. The Vikings will have it. It wasn't unsportsmanlike conduct on Spartanburg. Jerron Dawkins hit him, Stridiron hit him, and then Connor Shugart hit him, and the ball was clearly out. Pellegrino was standing up when that ball came out, so there's no argument about it that that was clearly a fumble. However, after the penalty, the Vikings will have it on our own 32-yard line with 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter, trailing Dorman 10-7.
Pellegrino, really a baseball player that hadn't played football in a few years. Big kid, big athletic kid, and Pellegrino fumbles the football, and big break for the Vikings. Being able to recover right there. I didn't see the unsportsmanlike, not saying there wasn't one, but it looked like the play was still going on for there to be an unsportsmanlike penalty on the Vikings.
Viking football presented by USC Upstate. 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Spartanburg has it trailing 10-7. 3 wide receivers with an H-back. Play action. Scott looking far sideline. It's going to be caught by Tavares Scott at the 41. Nice little move. He'll have a first down, far sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 47. It's a gain of 15 from Scott to Scott, and it's a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down with 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Interesting. It looked like Austin looked left for DeMaze Foster first and looked back right and found Tavares Scott. And like you said, great move to get the first down after the catch.
4 wide receivers, 3 to the left side. Ball's on the right hash mark. Scott's in the shotgun. Here comes a blitz. Picked up nicely. Scott will fire it out right side. Caught again by Tavares Scott right at the first down marker. Austin Scott, however, took a shot and is laying on his stomach and gets up slowly. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 44. It's going to bring up second down and 1 as Scott is limping heavily back to the huddle. You know, Scott's got that leg injury. And he took a shot. Second down and 1, 7 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Good time to give it to Tavian Feaster.
3 wide receivers as Dorman shows blitz as Scott calls a dummy snap and then backs off. Now 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Ball's on the right hash mark. Here's the snap. Give to Tavian Feaster. First down up the middle, the 40. Spun ahead to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8 yards from the All-American. And it's a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Your score, Dorman 10, Spartanburg 7 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard, but the Vikings are on the move. You're listening to Viking football as the second quarter is up next on The Source.
Spartanburg is home to the world-famous
simplify your financial life, attain your personal financial goals, and provide the power of a strong partnership. We offer our members a winning lineup with the most innovative products and services like mobile banking, bill pay, and ATMs, so you can spend less time balancing your checkbook and more time following the Vikings. Visit RelaxJoinFounders.com or call 1-800-845-1614 to see if you qualify for Founders membership. Relax and go Vikings! Founders Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Second quarter we go. Dorman leads Spartanburg 10-7, but the Vikings have the football on the Cavalier 37-yard line after a fumble by Dorman on their last drive. And it'll be Austin Scott, who's in the shotgun, pistol formation, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the far side as the ball is on the right hash mark, again moving now from our left to right. We'll send Tommy Washington in motion, the tight end. It's a toss sweep to Tavian Feaster. He's got nowhere to go. He'll try to cut it back, and Dorman swallowed that up in a hurry. Their defensive line blew up our offensive line. It's a loss of about 9 yards, the second 9-yard loss of the game for the Vikings at 2nd and 19.
Well, so far, I guess if we had to do a game summary right now, Battle of the Lines, Dorman coming out here with an undersized offensive and defensive line completely man-handling both of our lines.
Second down and 19, ball, or second down and 18, I should say, ball at the 27-yard line. Man in motion, Scott's in the shotgun. He'll fire it out, caught, pops Wilson, 37, crosses the 35, all the way up to the 30-yard line. Scott to Wilson, it's a gain of 15 yards, and after the lost yardage from the previous play, it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Look at that, that'll give us a good spot at the 29, so call it 3rd down and 2. 4 wides, 3 to the left side. Scott's in the shotgun. He's got Feaster to his right with 11 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Dorman up 10-7 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. Here's the snap. It's a give to Feaster up the middle. First down. He'll cut it back right side. Breaks the tackle 25 and strung down at the 22-yard line. Brought down by Wesley Robinson. It's a gain of 8. We only needed 2. It's a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down.
Another thing to think about giving Dorman credit for is great defense, great tackling. You know, they're getting the guys, they're wrapping them up, and they're bringing them to the ground very quickly. And one guy is making the tackle on Tavian Feaster. That doesn't happen very often.
4 wides, 3 to the left side. Scott's in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Drops back to pass. Looking. He'll fire it near sideline. It's going to be too high. Intended for Tavares Scott. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, our offensive line has continued to do a nice job of pass protecting for Austin Scott. Just still struggling creating any type of running game, and we talked about it a bunch. It is hard to change gears. You're going backwards on a pass play, going forward on a run play, and so far Dorman's dominated us on that end, but we've pass protected pretty well.
4 wides again, 3 to the left side, 2nd down and 10. 4 down lineman for the Cavaliers. Scott's got Feaster to his left. Here's the snap. It's a give to Feaster, going right up the middle, lower his shoulder, gets hit at the 21, muscles his way to the 20, but that is all. A really tough 2 yards by Tavian Feaster. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 8 for the Vikings with 10:17 to go in the second quarter, trailing 10-7.
Again, just frustration from my vantage point as an offensive line coach. We're not getting any linebackers. We're not even trying to get to linebackers. Either that or they're locking on us, and we cannot get linemen downfield. We're blocking one level and one level only.
4 wides, 2 to either side. Scott, a little screen. It's going to be batted and incomplete. There's a flag on the play. It was intended for Tavian Feaster, and this may be a legal man downfield. As Dorman read that play.
That's called film work right there.
And Dorman's going to decline this penalty.
Holding, offense. Penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
It's going to be holding on the Vikings, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 8. You surprised that they declined this? Because
no, you go for the 4th down. You're always going to take the 4th down unless it's 4th and inches or something like that. And interesting, we haven't thrown the ball down the middle of the field very much tonight. Almost everything's outside the hashes.
Austin Scott walks over to Nate Harris to get the call. It's 4th down and 8. The first down marker is just outside the 12-yard line of Dorman. We'll send 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ball's on the right hash mark at the Cavalier 20. DeMaje Foster to the right of Austin Scott. Scott, a little throwback to the right side screen, caught at the 20, 15, first down, DeMaje Foster, 10, 5, he makes for the end zone, give it to us, he's got it, it's a touchdown, DeMaje Foster from Austin Scott, a 20-yard touchdown pass on 4th down and 8, and the Vikings have taken their first lead of the night with 9:47 remaining in the first half. We lead 13-10 with an extra point coming up.
Yeah, before that play, I thought it was interesting that we had DeMaje Foster in there at tailback. He hadn't been at tailback very much at all this year, and then sure enough, he ends up being the guy that they go to. An interesting play where they look right, roll, or look left, roll left, end up throwing back to the right to DeMaje Foster, and the screen set up well. Great job by the lineman downfield. Nice cut by DeMaje, and boy, we needed that play like we need oxygen, buddy.
So the Vikings extra point is up and good. Brought to you by Wood Bishop Attorney at Law. The Vikings have the lead, 14-10 with 9:47 remaining in the first half. You're listening to Viking football on The Source.
The time for tailgating has arrived, so let the Beacon Drive-In take care of everything you need for the perfect tailgate party. The Beacon's barbecue is not only delicious, it's versatile. Enjoy it at home.
10 our score. Spartanburg with their first lead of the night after the 20-yard touchdown pass from Scott to Foster. Will have the Wakefield Automotive drive summary in just a second. As this kickoff is brought to you by Whit Bishop, attorney at law. You can see him at 101 Lafayette Street, downtown Spartanburg. High end-over-end kick going to be fielded around the 7, coming up 15-20, all the way up to about the 23-yard line is the Cavalier returner. And they'll mark him down at the 24, so a 17-yard return. And Dorman will have the football trailing for the first time tonight, and it'll be brought out by senior quarterback Colin Hill.
Chance to look at the Wakefield Automotive drive summary. That time the Spartanburg Vikings, it took them 9 plays to go 62 yards. 4th and 8. Austin Scott hits DeMaje Foster on a little throwback screen, 20 yards. DeMaje gets in the end zone, and with 9:47 left to go, the Vikings lead at 14-10.
4 wide receivers, 2 to either side for the Cavaliers. In the shotgun, Vikings blitz. Hill's drilled immediately. The ball is fired out to the right side. Diving low for it is Tyreek Long, but incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. A reminder before you begin your football Saturday, start your morning off with a world-famous Beacon Drive-In. Have a perfect breakfast built your way at the Beacon Drive-In.
Well, Colin Hill, one of the things he does really well is get rid of the football, get rid of it quickly, and get it to an open receiver. It's going to be hard to sack him tonight. He ain't going to hold on to the football like Young did last week.
3 wide receivers all to the near side. They get Shinar Bain. He's blown up in the backfield by Shaquem Meadows at the 19-yard line. A loss of 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 15.
Great job right there. Meadows beating the center right off the snap of the football into the backfield right as Hill was handing that football off to Bain. And boy, that's just the first time so far tonight that we've looked like a defense that meant to get back there and make a big play.
3rd down and 15 for the Cavaliers. Ball at their own 19-yard line. 9:04 remaining in the first half. The Vikings are on top 14-10 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. Here's the snap. Colin Hill drops back, go fire it far, or near sideline, I should say. Got a man. It's going to be incomplete, however, intended for Tyreek Long, just out of his reach. And it's going to be a 3 and out for the Vikings as the Cavaliers will have to punt the football.
You know, hey, you got to give Dorman and Dave Gushaw some credit. No one has been thrown over top of us this year. No one.
No one.
I mean, Felipe Franks and Keith Gavin are going to Florida State and LSU. They couldn't do it. Burns couldn't do it. And the Dorman Cavaliers, so far, it's about the 3rd time tonight that they've gotten the ball over top of us. If that's an accurate pass, it's a touchdown. Unbelievable.
Cavalier punter Sullivan stands back on his own 5-yard line. Good snap. Wobbly kick. It's going to hit around the Cavalier 47-yard line. Take a big Dorman roll all the way to the Viking 38-yard line. And that's where the Vikings will start 1st and 10 on their own 38. Last night, Gavin Fisher went to Donnie's Toffee, took the family over there. We got some ice cream, the Oreo ice cream, the Charleston Sea Turtle ice cream. You can try their toffee ice cream as well. It's a recipe that's been in the family for years. Your toffee, by the way, a great gift idea for the holiday season. Donnie's Toffee, looking for the blue awning, downtown Spartanburg. 1st and 10 for the Spartanburg Vikings at their own 38. It'll be Austin Scott bringing the offense out. Moving from our left to right, 8:41 remaining in the first half, I should say. Spartanburg 14, Dorman 10 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. Feaster will go in motion to the right side. Scott drops back to pass, looking, gonna be caught. Pops Wilson to 45. He's going to try to stiff arm his way from a tackle, but man, the Dorman Cavaliers swarm to him in a hurry. It's gonna be a gain of about 9 yards, however, bring up 2nd down and 1.
Tavian goes in motion right there, and Pops Wilson's the inside. He's the lone receiver and becomes the inside receiver once Tavian gets out there. Everybody focuses on Tavian, and all Pops does is run a little 10-yard hitch, and he's wide open.
2nd down and 1. First down markers at the Viking 48-yard line. Ball's on the near hash mark. 4 wide receivers, 2 either side. Scott, shotgun, looking downfield. Got Tavian to be caught at the Cavalier 40. First down. He sprints forward and lowers his shoulder to the 35, all the way down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 22 yards from Scott to Feaster. It's a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down.
Yeah, great tackling by the Dorman Cavaliers, tackling him with 1 man in open space. But gosh, as soon as Tavian caught that, you can see him accelerating. I thought he was just going to take it. And the Dorman Cavaliers not going to be denied as they tackle these Spartanburg Vikings.
Tavian Feaster goes to the left side. Tyreek Long follows him. 4 wide receivers to either side. Ball at the 31-yard line, I should say, of Dorman. Here's the snap. Scott in the shotgun. Firing out right side. Caught. Tavares Scott, 19, first down. Step arm at the 15, 10. Tavares Scott is in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. But we're going to have a flag. No, they're going to mark it at the 12. Mark it at the 12-yard line. I thought I saw a flag fall out of the ref's pocket. I was mistaken. Somebody's gold shoes down there. Nonetheless, it is a first down from Scott to Scott at the Cavalier 12-yard line.
I'm not going to argue with it because they called Bain out on Dorman's sideline, and that was going to be what looked like a play down the 10-yard line. So we'll take it. We'll be fine. We'll score a touchdown here.
First and 10 at the 11. Cavaliers show blitz. Here's Austin Scott. They'll give it to Feaster right up the middle. 10 hit hard at the 7 and spun forward by Vasquez all the way to the 5-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 yards on the play, bring up second down and 4 as we get a look at the replay of Tavares Scott. Yeah, he stepped out. It's a good call. It's a good call. So
Guys in the booth trying to help out the refs.
Second down and 4 from the Cavalier 5-yard line. 4 wides, 3 to the left. Scott's in the shotgun. Looking left side. He's going to fire it up for Tavares Scott in the corner of the end zone. He comes down with it. It's a touchdown. Scott to Scott. A 5-yard touchdown pass into the end zone on the far side of the field. And with 6:58 to go, the Vikings extend their lead 20-10 with an extra point coming up.
I'll tell you what, that was just basic. I mean, he ran a corner route to turn around and face the quarterback. And that's just a case of him being a better athlete than anybody Dorman had on that side of the football field. That was really just a ball thrown up for grabs, and really there was no contest.
Extra point by Will Lawson is up and good, presented by Whit Bishop Attorney at Law. Update your family's will today by visiting 101 Lafayette Street, downtown Spartanburg. 6:58 remaining in the first half. Your score, Spartanburg 21, Dorman 10. You're listening to Viking football on The Source.
Did you know South Carolina's largest?
To go in the first half here at Gibbs Stadium. Boys packed. Hill's filling in.
Yeah, Hill's
all
filling
the
in.
stands
Nice.
filled in. There's 11,000 people here. Spartanburg Vikings at the Wakefield Automotive Drive summary. 5 plays, 63 yards. Austin Scott hits Tavares Scott in the corner of the end zone. And with 6:58 to go again in the second quarter of the first half, Spartanburg Vikings leading 21-10 over the Dorman Cavaliers.
Yeah, this place is filled up nice. A gorgeous night at Gibbs Stadium. We're live at the Pizza Inn studios. A lot of Cavalier and Viking fans sitting on the hill on both sides of the field. The fans have packed the stands. It's a great night at Gibbs Stadium. Kickoff by Will Lawson, a sideways kick that'll be fielded around the 8-yard line. Coming up 10, 15, sprinting to the 20, all the way up to the 27-yard line. Goes Eli Buckley, a return of 19 yards. All our kicks this year brought to you by Whit Bishop Attorney and Law. Legal services include wills, real estate closings, personal injury litigation for Whit Bishop Attorney at Law.
Player, these games are so much fun to play in. I tell you what, before the games, you feel like you're about to vomit. You know, not because you're scared, just because you're so excited, you're so amped up. Your body can't handle it. And to get to play in front of this many people, it's the closest thing most of these guys are going to get to big-time football.
There's well over 10,000 people here tonight at Gibbs Stadium. 3 wide receivers with an H-back. The Cavaliers start on their own 28-yard line. First and 10. It's a pistol formation for Colin Hill. Vikings lead 21-10 here in the second quarter. Quick out to Daquan Green on the near side. It's intended for him, but it's thrown behind him. Incomplete. DeMaje Foster on the coverage brings up second and 10.
You know, one of the things that I've talked about with some people is that so far this year, we've gotten ahead of people and they're running it on us and then they get away from the run. Let's see if that stays true tonight against these Cavaliers because they've done a nice job of running that football.
Pistol formation for Dorman. Same formation once again with 3 wide receivers. The Vikings show blitz. Here we come. They'll toss sweep it out to Bain right side. Got a little room. It closes in a hurry around the 30. And then it's a big old pile of bodies that ends up falling forward. to about the 33-yard line. So Shenard Bain was hit at the 31, got 2 extra. It'll bring up a gain of about 5 yards and 3rd down and 5. 6:27 remaining in the first half on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. It's 21-10 Spartanburg.
Well, this is a lockdown 3rd down right here, Claire. You got the momentum. You played well. You had a 3 and out. You're running on all cylinders on offense. Stop them right here on defense and get that football back.
3rd down. They'll call it 5. The first down markers at the Cavaliers 38-yard line. Moving from our right to left. Hills in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers either side. Vikings blitz on the outside. Hill steps up. There's a bad holding that's not going to be called. Colin Hill's going to escape, and he's going to have a first down at the far sideline at the 42-yard line. Connor Shugart was pretty much grabbed by the back of the helmet, and then Jersey came a-flying. But no flag followed. It's a first down for the Cavaliers at their own 40.
Golly Moses. Austin Shugart comes around the end there. He's going to sack the quarterback. The tackle clotheslines, puts his elbow right around his neck. And no call right in front of Whitecap. How do you miss it?
1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. Here's a handoff to Bain coming right side. He'll cross the 40, escape a tackle, and then be brought down about the 43-yard line. The Cavalier fans want a late hit.
They got it.
And you're right, I think they got it. As the clock stops at 5:45 here remaining in the first half. It's either a late hit or a face mask. Tack on 5 yards to the end of the run. What that's going to bring up is about a first down and 3. They'll move the chains. Okay, so they gave Bain a 5-yard gain, so it'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Dorman Cavaliers at their own 47-yard line. And now the officials are still talking about it. And Greenville Health System has the doctors that can take care of you whether you're 5 or 95. The right doctor for you is available at ghs.org or call 1-844-GHS-DOCS. That's 1-844-GHS-DOCS. I can tell you, they're talking about where the marker should be, as that's the delay at this point.
Well, I think you were going to be right.
Now they're going to back up the chains. It's going to be like a first down in
inches.
There's
first down and less than here's minus a yard.
Here's the problem, and I'm really trying to be nice here. I'm just going to state facts. The umpire marked it off about 7 yards, and that's the problem because now there's confusion about where the ball should be. Where they originally were.
Why are you trying to be nice?
Well, I'm just trying to state the facts. So now I think they finally got it right. It's going to be first down and 1 at the Cavalier 47. The first down marker is about the 48.5-yard line. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down extended on the end of the run. So that's why we have a first down and 1 for the Dorman Cavaliers. I think I'd throw it deep.
If there was ever a time to throw it deep, this would be it.
Pistol formation, 3 wide receivers. They're going to instead give it to Shenard Bain, who will be hit in the backfield, but spun forward to the 49. It's a gain of 2, and it'll be a Cavalier first down.
Number 32,
Dorman just,
Bain on the carry. He was
our offensive front just doing a really nice job of coming off that football and turning shoulders. That's your job as an offensive lineman, is to turn that D lineman's shoulders and get to the next level, and they're doing that pretty consistently.
1st and 10 for the Cavaliers at their own 49-yard line. Ball's on the right hash mark, moving from our right to left. Pistol formation. Here's a give to Shenard Bain, going right up the middle. 50. Breaks out of a tackle, 45. Leaps to about the 43-yard line. A gain of 8 yards by Bain. It brings up 2nd and 2. Bain well over 100 yards already on the evening, and we just have 4:46 remaining in the first half.
By far, Dorman's best game running the football. That time, the old counter tray. Vince Lombardi would be a big fan of pulling that left guard and left tackle, opening up a big hole on the right side.
Go Packers. 2nd down and 3. Ball's at the 44-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left. Hills in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He'll drop back to pass. He'll fire it out right side. Boy, I tell you, Daquan Green got away with a push. He just took Trey Smith and shoved him about 4 yards. Green's a good receiver, but got away with one there. It's a first down for Dorman at the 33-yard line of Spartanburg.
I tell you what, Dorman's figured out a way to slow down the Vikings pass rush, and that's to run the ball effectively.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of guys sitting there reading it instead of putting their ears back and coming after it, and there's no pass rush right now.
First and 10 for Dorman. 3 wide receivers left side. They'll give it to Bain again going right side. This time he'll go nowhere. He's met at the 35-yard line and knocked down in a hurry. Connor Shugart was in there in a hurry along Trey Smith. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. Don't forget, coming up, the Sharp Business Systems halftime report will have all the highlights and stats, plus a special guest interview at the Sharp Business Systems halftime report, as we are under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Spartanburg leads Dorman 21-10. Pistol formation again for Colin Hill. 3 wide receiver look. It's a fake of the toss sweep. Hill will roll to the left side away from Lewis Rogers. It's going to be intended, however, for Tyreek Long, incomplete, as Mike Murphy was right there on the coverage. And Lewis Rogers is kind of clutching at his left shoulder. Don't want to see that. It's going to be 3rd down and 12, and he goes right back to the huddle.
Well, he came off the end and didn't really see him get hit. Maybe he did before I looked, but he came off the end, was the only guy really in big pursuit of Colin Hill.
He's still hurt. He's in the game right now, but he's hunched over. As the Viking fans come to their feet.
Put Lewis at nose guard.
5 on the play clock. Dorman may have to use their first time out of the game. Colin Hill's going to get the snap off with 1. Hill drops back looking. He'll throw a swing pass out, caught 35-yard line, far sideline. Bain slips out of the first tackle, and it's going to get past the 30 and be knocked down at the 29-yard line, about 6 yards shy of the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 6, and the clock ticks under 3:20 in the first half.
Didn't I tell you in the pregame that Bain is about 5'4", 5'5". He's a guy that takes 2 or 3 guys to tackle because he's so little and so shifty. You cannot get a clean hit on the guy.
Well, somebody needs to take a look at Lewis. He is leaning over like his shoulders out of socket.
He'll be all right.
Cavaliers are going to go for it. 4th down.
Don't jump off sides, boys.
4 wide receivers, 3 to the near side as the ball's on the right hash mark. Here's the snap. Hill looking. Got all day to throw. Throws into the end zone. It's going to be caught by Daquan Green. It's a touchdown. A 30-yard touchdown pass from Hill to Green on a 4th down. Both teams have 4th down touchdown strikes. We got a ball game. It's 21-16 with an extra point coming up.
I'll tell you what, as good as the pass rush was last week, it's the complete other end of the spectrum this week. We're talking nobody. Not one Viking even making Colin Hill think that they're there. He's sitting back there. He could have been in a lounge chair looking for his wide receiver. Of course, you give him that much time, he's going to eventually find somebody. It really was pretty good coverage by the Vikings, but Daquan Green goes up over the bigger Trey Smith, and the Spartanburg Vikings just having a real tough time figuring out Dave Gutshaw and this Dorman offense, which every single year is about impossible to figure out. They're tough to stop.
21-17, extra points good. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Viking Football on The Source.
Leary's Trophies and Awards is Spartanburg's #1 choice for trophies, medals, award plaques, keepsakes, and promotional items for over 25 years.
No doubt about it, the best team we've played all year, the Dorman Cavaliers, score again. Hill to Green, Daquan Green with the big catch, 29-yard touchdown catch, 11 plays, 73 yards on the Wakefield Automotive drive summary, and it's 21-7 Spartanburg Vikings with 2:42 left to go in the first half.
For Spartanburg, number 1, Morris Scott, number 17, Eric Rice.
Kickoff brought to you by Whit Bishop Attorney at Law. You need a will for your family. Get it from Whit Bishop, 101 Lafayette Street, downtown Spartanburg. So here's the kick. And it's going to sail back into the end zone. So the The Spartanburg Vikings will have 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 2:42 remaining in the first half. He's Gavin Fisher. I'm Ryan Clary, live at the Pizza Inn Studios. It's Dorman and Spartanburg. We got a ball game. It's 21-17, Spartanburg on top. We have all 3 timeouts remaining, and don't forget, the Vikings get the ball to start the second half. Almost kind of a must-scoring drive right there by Dorman, and they certainly execute.
Yeah, you know, the big no call on the Austin Shugart hold, and then the Vikings just not able to really do much after that. I'm sorry, Connor Shugart, always want to call him Austin.
4 wides, 3 to the right side. Feaster to the right of Austin Scott, who will roll to the right, fire to the right, caught by Tavares Scott to the right. He'll knock out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Gain of 6. Brings up 2nd down and 4.
You know, we talked about how we've done such a good job of keeping the other team in front of us all year. That's what Dorman's doing tonight. They're doing a better job of getting over top than we are.
2nd down and 4. 2 wide receivers either side. Ball's at the 26-yard line. Quick out by Scott. Caught by Scott. 1st down. Spun around. Tavares Scott goes down to the 32-yard line. Brought down by Vasquez. It's a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking 1st down with 2:27 remaining here in the first half. The Vikings lead 21-17.
2 quick pass plays, and Tavares just got to be careful right there. He caught the ball, had the 1st down, went back beyond the 1st down marker, and was lucky enough to get back and still gain that 1st down yardage.
4 wides, 3 to the left side. Ball on the Viking 33-yard line. Scott's in the shotgun. He's going to roll to the left side. He's got some time. He's got Tavares Scott open the flat. I'm not real sure who he threw it to.
Well, he threw it to Tavares, but I think he might have been throwing it away, to be honest with you.
May have been.
But the clock's still running. Come on, guys. It's a home clock.
And they'll finally stop it with 1:58 to go here in the first half. Vikings have all 3 timeouts, and we can move it pretty quickly, but we don't want any disadvantages here at Gibbs Stadium, that's for sure. 3 wide receivers go to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd down and 10. Scott's in the shotgun. Here's the snap, looking left side. Going to fire it, bat it up in the air, and then almost caught by Pops Wilson. And I'm going to tell you, it's incomplete. Austin Scott Fish just stared at Tavares the whole time, and Dorman is waiting on Tavares Scott. They had 3 guys over there waiting for him.
They're doing what we talked about. You kind of figure a lot of teams do against us is rush 3, rush 4. I think they're rushing 4. They go to that 4-3 look and then dropping 7 and just trying to create havoc, getting lanes, confuse the quarterback, trying to get in his way, maybe tip one, get an interception. And so far, on this drive at least, they've been doing a really nice job of it.
3rd down and 10. Feaster goes in motion to the right side. Here's the snap. Feaster's going to be on a wheel route. They're not going to go to him. They're going to go to Wilson, the 41. He gets ahead to the 45 and has a 1st down. Pops Wilson with another grab. A gain of 14 yards from Austin Scott. And the Vikings continue to move, actually marking at the 48. So that's a gain of 15. It's a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking 1st down. Vikings quickly to the line of scrimmage. 4 wides, 2 either side. Here's the snap. Scott fires out, caught by Wilson at the right side of the 50. Gets up to the 49, and he just pushed out of bounds. They're going to keep the clock running. Chris Miller wanted a face mask that time. Not going to get it. It's a gain of 3 yards. The clock will tick. 1:24, 1:23 left in the first half, and bring up 2nd and 7. Down and 7. 4 wide receivers. Clock now 1:02 before that snap. Here's a give to Tavian Feaster. Going up the middle. Now from right side 45. Feaster 40. Juke move at the 37 and tackled at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 13 yards and a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking 1st down. The clock will stop with 55 seconds to go.
Yeah, 55 seconds isn't the worst amount of time. It's not a ton of time. We've got 3 timeouts. I'd love to see us go ahead and use it.
Scott in the shotgun. He'll fire it out to Tavares Scott. It's going to be dropped that time. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Good coverage that time by Tyreek Long.
Yeah, just I think Austin's got a case there where he's gone ahead and made up his mind. It looked like Pops Wilson was coming wide open down the numbers on the Viking sideline. He wanted to throw that short pass to Tavares Scott, try to get him out of bounds, and he would have had a touchdown.
Hawkins Shepard checks into the game at left guard. 4 wides, 3 to the left side. Scott, pump fake. He's going to fire it now in the flat, and Tavian Feaster is going to be wrapped up on the 41-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 5 yards that time, and Chris Miller's going to call a timeout. It'll stop at 43 seconds to go. Not quite sure what we were doing on that play. It's going to bring up a long 3rd down. Timeout brought to you by Watchworks. Repairs, new watches, wall clocks. Watchworks is your one-time watch stop. Stop today at 1040 Fernwood Glendale Road. We will keep it right here for the remaining of the first half. There's only 43 seconds left. The Vikings lead 21-17 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard, but it's 3rd down and 15.
You know, you say, we wonder what we're kind of doing on that. We're trying to get the ball to Tamara Scott out in space. I mean, to Tavian Feaster out in space, which is a good idea. It was just, it was too obvious a play and a little slow developing, and no blockers out there. So if that's a check down when you got guys' backs turned, that's one thing. Just throwing it out to him wide when he's the lone wide receiver and he takes 2 steps backwards and catches the football, that's an easy one to diagnose as a defense. And again, can't emphasize enough how good a tackling football team that we're seeing out of these Dorman Cavaliers. They haven't missed a tackle tonight, and that's something that you just don't see in football, let alone high school football.
Little Rick's East on Asheville Highway. Build yourself the perfect chili dog the way you like it with our friends Little Rick's East, just off Heron Circle. Check out their daily lunch specials as well. Little Rick's East, Asheville Highway. 3rd down and 15. The first down marker is at the Cavalier 26-yard line. Scott's going to roll to the right side. He's going to have to look downfield. He's going to fire it toward a corner. It's going to be caught! Caught by Wilson! They're going to walk him out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and it's plenty enough for a Viking first down.
That's a lot of touch right there, Boston Scott. That's a tough ball. To throw that ball on the run, wide receiver just coming open. He looked for it, was patient, and then just laid it out there. Best pass I've seen him throw in a long time.
4 wide receivers to either side. Austin Scott's in the shotgun. 33 seconds to go. Got plenty of time. Fired toward the end zone. Tamara Scott goes down to get it. He's got it. It's a touchdown. Austin Scott to Tamara Scott. A 15-yard touchdown pass with 27 seconds to go. And the Vikings once again have a 2-possession lead, 27-17, with an extra point coming up.
Kind of amazing that would come open. It really was, I don't know if it wasn't a post, it wasn't a skinny post, it wasn't a fade. He just kind of ran a route and found an open spot in the end zone, and no Dorman Cavaliers beyond the goal line other than the cornerback that was covering Tavares. So nice job of Austin looking downfield, staying with the receiver he wanted to throw it to, and the Vikings with a big touchdown right before halftime.
And we will keep it right here through that scoring break, 28-17. The Spartanburg Vikings are on top. And don't forget, the Vikings get the football to start the second half. Again, the Greenville Health System scoreboard, 28-17 Spartanburg. Viking football presented by our good friends USC Upstate. If you need an affordable, convenient way to earn a bachelor's degree, USC Upstate at Palmetto College will help you get on the fast track to a new job, a promotion, or even a salary increase. Say yes to finishing your bachelor's degree at USC Upstate. Enroll today at uscupstate.edu/apply.
All right, we can take a look at the Wakefield Automotive Drive summary. What a drive. 11 plays, 80 yards. Austin Scott to Tavares Scott from 15 yards out. Again, that 11-play drive took the Spartanburg Vikings 2 minutes and 15 seconds to do that. That's a nice job. Give not only Austin Scott and the guys out there credit, but give Nate Harris and Rick Scott credit on the sideline. They managed it very well.
Kickoff brought to you by Whit Bishop Attorney at Law, located on 101 Lafayette Street, downtown Spartanburg. If you need a real estate closing, visit Whit Bishop today. Will Lawson kicking from our left to right with 27 seconds to go here in the first half, and the Vikings are going to be offsides. Second game in a row that's happened to us.
Yeah, you know, I've asked my buddy who's a referee why that's called and why it's not.
We're offsides a lot.
And he said almost every team is offsides on every kickoff.
Yeah.
From the NFL down to Pop Warner, and it's just a matter of if the referee feels like there's going to be some type of advantage had, or it was on purpose. If they want to call it, most don't call it unless it's just egregious.
So back us up to the 35-yard line. Hate to give up a score here. Don't forget, Spartanburg again gets the ball to start the second half. Will Lawson A short kick that's going to hit on the 36-yard line, skip around, fielded to 30, cut it up 35, a hole up to 40, and all the way up to the 45-yard line goes Charles Bruton. And the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go. Dorman has all 3 timeouts remaining.
Number 58 with Spartanburg, Reggie Anderson.
It's a really good field position.
Yeah, plenty of time for Dorman.
I mean, 5-yard penalty. Dorman's average getting the football right around the 30-yard line or less, 25-yard line or so. 22-yard line's about what they're averaging so far. 5-yard penalty, and then something weird happens. They get a nice little return. Now they're up to the 45.
I tell you, Lewis Rogers has a bunch of tape and an ice pack taped around his ribs. We're trying to get an update. He's not in the ball game right now. Here's a snap. Colin Hill's in the shotgun under pressure. He'll fire it to the far side. No one's going to be over there. About 8 yards overthrown. The Cavalier fans want a penalty. I think it was just a situation where like 3 or 4 guys just all kind of crashed into each other. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
And the coach is going crazy on that ref over there, but the thing was, I thought he was going to call it because it looked like he went to his hip pocket. And then he called an incomplete pass. He might have just judged it. That ball was not a catchable ball. It was not a good throw.
2nd down and 10, 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. 4 wides, 2 to either side. Vikings have 3 down linemen. Ball at the Cavalier 45. Here's the snap. Hill the shotgun. Got time as we only rush 3. It's going to be caught by Pellegrino at the 50. Spun around at the Dorman 48-yard line. And Dave Gutshaw sprints ahead to call a timeout with 7 seconds to go. Timeout brought to you by Watchworks. If you need a great gift idea, visit Watchworks today. A wristwatch is a great gift there for the holiday season. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Cavaliers. We'll keep it right here.
This is one of those plays where if they're going to throw a Hail Mary, you want Tavian Feaster out there. You want one of your good athletes. I'll be interested to see if we put him out there on defense to play some center field and go after the football. Because you know Dorman's got some big, tall wide receivers. Green's a big kid. Pellegrino's a tall kid. They got some guys that go up for it. Really, when Green caught that touchdown, it was a matter of him being 8 inches taller than Trey Smith. And he just went up there and got the football. So the Vikings need to be very careful right here because this could turn into that accidental touchdown. And I'm telling you, when the Spartanburg Vikings play the Dorman Cavaliers, weird stuff happens. So do not think
last year was
at home
in our favor.
Yeah. If you're sitting at home like, 7 seconds left there at the 50-yard line, what's going to happen? Weird stuff happens in these games.
Lewis Rogers is getting an ice pack to the ribs right now on the sideline. So he is out for the remainder of the first half. We'll try to get an update. I should say in between the Sharp Business Systems halftime report. We'll see what we can get. But he is not in the ball game right now. 3rd down and 2. I believe the Vikings do have Tavian Feaster in the game back at free safety. Hill the shotgun. He's going to heave it up towards the end zone. He's got plenty of arm. Got Daquan Green down there. It's going to be caught. It's going to be caught. Colin Hill to Daquan Green. A 46-yard touchdown pass. The Vikings looked like they had no idea what was happening. A beautiful throw by Colin Hill. And man, oh man, we got a ball game. 28-23 with an extra point coming up on the final play of the first half.
I don't have anything to say right now. I told you what's going to happen. The Vikings looked like they were shocked that they were going deep. He just completely ran by everybody. A bunch of guys sitting on their heels. That stinks.
Wow. Extra point is up and good. So we head to the half. It feels like we're losing, but we're not. Spartanburg 28, Dorman 24. Coming up next, the Sharp Business Systems halftime report. We'll have all the highlights and stats. When we return, you're listening to Viking Football on The Source. Hey, Viking fans, listen up. Pizza Inn of Spartanburg and Greer has a tailgate special that's perfect on Friday nights when the Vikings are at home. Enjoy 2 large, all the way down into Viking territory, a gallon of tea, and a chocolate chip dessert, all Bowling Spring score. We'll try to get that for you in a little bit. We know Chapman leads Emerald 14-7, and Chesney leads Landrum 42-7. Our score here 28-24. Spartanburg on top. Gavin Fisher, an insane first half.
Sergeant First Class Wallace. Congratulations.
That's all I have to say about that. Yeah, that first half definitely deserved the golly Moses. It was an outstanding first half. I'm enjoying seeing Landon Cohen get honored down here at midfield. Landon Cohen, of course, Spartanburg Viking graduate. I was lucky enough to coach him at the 9th grade level and became an NFL player, great player, and played for the Seattle Seahawks last year. In the Super Bowl.
He did a show with me over the summer on Open Mic Daily. Him and DJ Moore came in. It was me and 2 NFL guys.
Just your average interview in the middle of the summer, right?
One of these things is not like the other. It was clear as day in that room.
Well, but getting back to the first half, just Donnie Brook, man, Donnie Brook, barn burner, whatever description you want to give it. Spartanburg Vikings really looking like not having many answers on how to stop Dave Gutshall and his great offensive schemes that he draws up. No pass rush for the Spartanburg Vikings in the first half, none. And they ran the ball very effectively, if not at will. Gained in that first half. But on the same side, we did do some nice things on offense, throwing the football. Tavares Scott with another big half. But this is going to have to be a 4-quarter game, Clary. And last week we had to play a 4-quarter game. And this week's going to have to be a 4-quarter game. And this is going to, what I love? This is a battle between not only a bunch of good athletes and good programs, but 2 great coaches.
Yes.
That they know how to coach the game. They know how to make adjustments. They know how to strategize against the other. They know how to find the weakness and the strengths of the other team on offense and defense. They just both do an outstanding job. And, I've worked with Dave Gutshall, and I have the utmost respect for the guy. I just think he's one of the top coaches I've ever seen, along with Dot Davis and Chris Miller. So this will be a second half where I bet it's going to come down to one play, Claire.
Yeah, you're not kidding. As we get set for kickoff, brought to you by Whit Bishop, attorney at law, 101 Lafayette Street, downtown Spartanburg. The Spartanburg Vikings will be receiving, moving from our right to left. It's a high, short kick fielded by Foster near sideline 15, cuts it up to the 20 and tries to come back to the near sideline. And his right foot tackled his left foot. It's a 10-yard return by the sophomore. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartanburg Vikings, where Austin Scott will bring his offense out once again. I can tell you that Lewis Rogers does not have that ice pack taped up anymore. He's trying to stretch out his rib area, and he did bring his helmet out, so that's a good sign.
Makes you think it was just maybe a strained rib, maybe, swimming or ripping somebody coming off the end.
1st and 10 for the Vikings. Scott with 4 wide receivers is a quick out, bobbled by Eric Rice, and then it was in the hands of Tyreek Long, and he lost it. Incomplete, and almost a disastrous play for the Vikings. Turns into a little bit of a break. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. I'm
going to give Tavares Scott a lot of credit right there. I don't think he was trying to catch that ball after it was bobbled. I think he swatted it out of bounds. Just a real heady play, just smart. You're not going to gain much. There's 3 or 4 Cavaliers in the area anyway, and it looked like he knocked that ball out of a Cavalier's hand.
Austin Scott's in the shotgun. He's got 4 wides, 3 to the right side. Ball's on the left hash mark at our own 25-yard line. 2nd and 10. Scott will give it to Tavian Feaster. So sweep play to the right. There's a flag on the play. He'll cross the 25-30. Break out of it. He's going to go to the house. Hopefully this is on Dorman. 50, 40, 30. Tavian Feaster will go to the house. It is a touchdown, but there is a flag back at the 28-yard line. We'll see what it is. Oh, and I think this is going to be on Spartanburg. Yeah, Tavian Feaster finally got free. But this is, well, now the officials are going to talk about it.
They're walking back.
Tavian Feaster had a 75-yard touchdown run taken back. You can see the greatness and the speed where he turned it on, and he's frustrated as he comes over to the sideline. It's a long, long discussion between the officials. sure.
Maybe they'll wave it off.
It'd be the most subdued touchdown call I've ever had. 28-24 Spartanburg on top as the Vikings are already walking back like it is a penalty. We know it's on us, and I'm not real sure what the discussion is at this point.
It's the same referees we had at Union.
Won't be here that late at this pace. Here's the call.
Touchdown.
Oh my gosh! Oh, Tavian Feaster with a 75-yard touchdown run. And it counts.
That's the first time in my life I said maybe they'll wave it off, and they did. If I'm a Dorman Cavalier, I'm losing it right now.
I am too.
I mean, I might stab somebody if I'm a Dorman Cavalier right now. I can't believe I'm in absolute and utter shock. I'm in shock.
Wow.
I hope you got that recorded.
I did. But we can't play it. There's an 8-minute delay in the middle of it. We'll run out of time.
I mean, that is shocking, to say the least. That's the most shocking play I've seen in 20 years of covering football.
That's the most golly Moses of golly Moses plays I've ever seen. Extra point by Will Lawson is up and good, presented by Whit Bishop Attorney at Law. 24 seconds into the second half, the Vikings lead is extended back to 11. You're listening to Viking Football on The Source.
Greenville Health System is committed to caring for patients across the state. Spartanburg is no exception. We've cared for football.
So the Vikings will kick off. It's a short end-over-end kick coming up to the 22-yard line, cut up 25, going far side, up to the 30, and brought down around the 32-yard line. Is Rodney Landrum on the return. So, catch our breath for a minute. 35-24. Want to thank, by the way, our listeners, or our viewers, I should say, who are watching this game and listening to our call on YouTube. If you are doing that, if you don't mind going on social media and spreading the word how. A lot of people are asking how, and I'm going to be honest, they just told us right before kickoff they were doing it. So I really don't know a lot of the details, but for those who are watching, and we understand there's a lot of you, thank you so much. Here's a give to Chanel.
Yeah!
He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield, and it's bruised ribs and all. Lewis Rogers, who brings him back to the 25-yard line. It's a loss of about 6, no, call it 8, a loss of 8 on the play. Brings up second down and 18.
That's Lewis Rogers just getting off that football quicker than Dorman's left tackle or left that tight end on that side and gets in the backfield for a big play.
Second down, 3 wide receivers, 18 yards to go. Hill drops back, he's going to fire it deep. They got a man open far sideline. And it is just simply dropped by Tyreek Long. He would have possibly scored. Wow, falling apart for Dorman right now.
Hey, golly Moses, man, golly Moses. That's a touchdown. Viking DB falls down. What are we doing in the defensive backfield tonight? What are we doing? We got Dorman Cavaliers just running wide open down the field in the middle, down the sidelines, and it keeps happening over and over. It hasn't happened to us all year. What on earth? We can't keep depending on gifts, man. Right. Got to start making plays.
3rd down and 18. The first down marker for the Cavaliers is at their own 43-yard line. 4 wides. Here's the snap. Screen pass to Bain. Caught at the 17, 20. Coming up 25. Near sideline 30. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of about, or 34-yard line, I should say. No, I was right originally. 31-yard line. My apologies. Gain of about 7 yards, but it's going to bring up 4th down and about 12. And the Cavaliers will have to punt the football with 10:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. Spartanburg leads 35-24.
And this is one of those where I really don't want to go after the punter. Right now, we've done a nice job. We've gotten lucky here to start the second half. Don't keep pushing your luck. And they accidentally clip the punter's left ankle, and they give the Dorman Cavaliers an automatic first down.
Here's the snap. It's a good one. It's a low, wobbly kick that's going to check up at the 43-yard line of Spartanburg all the way back to about the 45. And that's where the Vikings will take over, 1st and 10. With 10:31 remaining in the 3rd quarter. When you have water damage, fire damage, or mold, be sure to call the experts to take care of your family's home. Puro Clean in Spartanburg is ready 24 hours a day. Call 285-3530, 285-3530. And as we very well know, water damage can be devastating. Call Puro Clean today. So the Vikings will take over, 1st and 10, their own 45-yard line. Moving from our right to left, 3 wide receivers with an H-back. Austin Scott's in the shotgun. It's a give to Tavian Feaster, looking for room. Going right side now up to the 45 and is knocked forward to about the 48-yard line. It's a gain of only 2 on the play. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
Austin Hinkle in there as kind of a wing back, but really a blocking back. Austin Hinkle, the former starting middle linebacker, now turned kind of reserve blocking back. Doesn't get a lot of time in there, but he's doing a pretty good job of getting in there and opening up some space.
4 wide receivers, 3 to the right side. Scott will give it to Tavian Feaster, slips out of a block at the 47, crosses midfield, and gets up to the 48-yard line of Dorman. It's a gain of about, call it 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. The first down marker is the Cavalier 44-yard line.
It's not often that I'd say Tavian missed a cut. Looked like he had a nice seam on the right side there, and he kind of buried his head and got yardage, but he might have been able to get a little more.
Josh Johnson in the ball game, goes to the far side of the field, takes 2 other receivers with him. Tavares Scott's the lone wide receiver to the near side. Feaster goes to the left of Austin Scott. Here's a blitz. It's a give to Tavian Feaster. Spins out of a play. Beautiful spin by Feaster. Crosses the 45 all the way down to the 41-yard line. Feaster would have been stopped short, but if it wasn't for a Feaster move, it's another Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down instead.
That's the stuff that the Clemson Tigers love to see right there. It's one thing to have the speed. There's a lot of guys in college that can run at the ACC level, but making that move in traffic is what separates those guys, and that's just a beautiful job in the middle of that line to spin and get a first down.
Scott's in the shotgun, 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the Cavalier 41-yard line, leading 35-24. 4 wides to either side. They'll give it to DeMaje Foster. This time he'll go right side and then spins right into a heavy London Nesbitt, who knocks him down at the 40. And the Dorman Cavalier coaches are screaming for something on the far side. It's going to be a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
I'm not sure what they're doing there, but giving it to DeMaje Foster, you put him in the backfield every once in a while. You got to give it to him. Otherwise, they're just going to key on Feaster wherever he is every time. So you have to show that every once in a while. Just unfortunately, it doesn't break much for the Vikings.
And this time, Feaster is the wide receiver closest to the Viking sideline.
We know what that means.
4 wides to either side.
Dorman's giving him single coverage.
Tyreek Long, their stud is on him. Here comes a blitz, picked up, and they're going to throw it to Tavian Feaster near sideline, but Austin Scott overthrew Tavian Feaster for the first time in his life. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
It's hard to do. Give Austin Scott credit for having a big arm. I mean, that's something you put on your resume.
Yeah, I overthrew Tavian Feaster.
Oh, well, geez, I didn't realize you did go. Son, would you like to come play here?
Right. Tavian Feaster going to be out on this big 3rd down and 9.
He's gassed, man.
First down markers at the 31.5-yard line of Dorman.
4-down territory.
Possibly. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Scott, quick slant over the middle. Caught DeMaje Foster, first down. 30, Foster, 20, 10, 5, touchdown,
Vikings. Austin Scott to DeMaje Foster, a 40-yard touchdown pass, and the Vikings have extended the lead 41-24.
DeMaje Foster, sophomore who plays on both sides of the football. He's playing corner all night. Talk about it being in shape. And everybody tells me he's might be the second fastest guy on this football team. And boy, did he show it right there. 3 Dorman Cavaliers had the angle on him, and he runs right up the middle on that quick slant and just takes it to the end zone. DeMaje Foster proving that he's going to be a big playmaker for years to come.
There was a flag in the end zone. The Vikings apparently got a little too happy.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 5. That penalty enforced on the kickoff. That's one unsportsmanlike for number 5.
And that's a big penalty because we don't kick it off that far.
Might as well onside kick that point.
Extra point coming up by Will Lawson. Brought to you by Whit Bishop Attorney at Law. And I think he missed it. He did. He pulled it. Oh, you don't want that to come back and hurt. So we'll take a timeout. 7:48 remaining in the third quarter. Your score, Spartanburg 41, Dorman 24. You're listening to Viking football on The Source.
Wakefield Automotive has proudly served the upstate.
Vikings would like to thank Ferdinand Bishop Law Firm for donating the shirt, the shotgun stand tonight. We appreciate his support.
Back here at Gibbs Stadium, boy, we got a full house, folks. Spartanburg Vikings getting on the board for the second time in the second half. Austin Scott hits DeMaje Foster on the quick slant. DeMaje Foster just burns everybody. 40-yard touchdown, 6 plays, 55 yards. Wakefield Automotive drive summary. 7:48 left to go in the third quarter. Spartanburg Vikings lead it 41-24 after the missed extra point. And Clary, tell them about the field position here to start on this kickoff.
It's not good. Pretty simple. Back at the 25-yard line for the Vikings as Will Lawson will kick it off. And it's a short kick, going to be fielded around the 40-yard line by Landrum of Dorman, coming up 45 and actually not down at the 49-yard line of Spartanburg. So an 11-yard return, tremendous field position for the Dorman Cavaliers with 7:42 remaining in the third quarter. Spartanburg 41, Dorman 24 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. But the Cavaliers have got a short field and a possibility to cut this back to 2 possessions. A reminder, you can listen to us 105.7 FM, 910 AM, the source for Spartanburg.com. And our call tonight is also streaming on YouTube. So you can go find that as well. If you're watching on YouTube, how are you? We're glad you're with us tonight here at Gibbs Stadium on the campus of Wofford College. Here's a toss sweep to Shenard Bain, looking for room. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, stumble his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 1, brings up second down and 9.
Spartanburg Vikings right now, that so far the defense in the second half looks like they're playing that run a lot better. They're getting off blocks, getting in running lanes, and making Bain make a decision rather than just shooting it through the hole and then making his first cut.
Viking football presented by USC Upstate. Second down, about 8.5. 3 wides, 2 to the near side, moving from our left to right. For the Dorman Cavaliers, pistol formation, play action. Colin Hill stands tall, fires it. Far sideline, intended for Tyreek Long, incomplete, broken up that time by Trey Smith. And it's going to bring up a big third down and 8.
Trey Smith, playing hard tonight. He's going up against the guys, 2 or 3 guys that are bigger than him. He's had a couple of tough plays. Hasn't been his night, but that time he steps up, goes near paw. Near paw, as they say in basketball, right? So you don't get the foul called on you. Use that near paw to knock it out.
Damian Days checks in. Carl Manigan checks in for the Spartanburg Vikings. First down markers at the Viking 39-yard line. 8 on the play clock. Cavaliers got to get moving. 4 wides, 2 to either side. 3 on the play clock. Hill calls for it. And I believe Dorman called a timeout. They did with 6:57 remaining in the third quarter. Brought to you by Watchworks, located at 1040 Fernwood Glendale Road. Watchworks has all your watch needs. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Viking football on The Source.
Nothing will keep me from going to this game.
Welcome back to Gibbs Stadium. We got 6:57 left to go in the third quarter. Spartanburg Vikings lead at 41-24 over the Dorman Cavaliers. Dorman with 3rd down and 8 to go, right around midfield. They just called a timeout, their first timeout of the half. And the Spartanburg Vikings looking to stop the Dorman Cavs right here and declare, you know, I hate to say it, this might be 4th down territory for the Dorman Cavs if they don't get it. Another around midfield, but it's getting late early.
3rd down and 8. Colin Hill in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers under pressure. He's hit when he threw it, and it's going to be behind the intended wide receiver, Stone Pellegrino. It's now going to be 4th down and 8.
Saw some of the Great American Rivalry people were shooting T-shirts in the air. I thought the referee threw a penalty flag when the T-shirt came flying out. The only way that could be would be a personal foul on somebody on our sideline, and I'm about to lose it.
You're scaring fish. 4th down, the Cavaliers will punt the football. Good snap. Vikings put on a return, and Foster's going to let it hit at the 13. He's going to roll inside the 10, and going to be fielded around the 5-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will start again on their own 5-yard line, leading 41-24, 6:40 remaining in the third quarter. Looking for a great dinner option for the whole family at an affordable price? Check out your local Pizza Inn, a huge pizza buffet, so everyone in the family is happy. Plus, don't forget their dessert pizzas. Pizza Inn, the best pizza buffet in town. Live from the Pizza Inn studios, he's Gavin Fisher. I'm Ryan Clary. We're live tonight from Gibbs Stadium. I've been doing this call for 6 years. It's such an honor of mine. This is, without question, the biggest crowd I have ever seen at Gibbs Stadium.
At a high school football game in general, other than Williams-Brice.
It's so impressive. Fans are watching it from behind the trees. It's like 2003 all over again. Here's a handoff. Austin Scott gives it to Tavian Feaster. He'll go right side, crossing the 5 and mark down about the 7-yard line. Swarmed down by Vasquez. It is a gain of 2, brings up 2nd and 8. Long way to go for the Vikings, but a 17-point lead at this point against the number 7 team in the state, Dorman Cavaliers. It's the number 1 team in the state, Spartanburg Vikings. Again, it's been choppy, it's been rough, but once again, as the Vikings do so well normally, owning the third quarter so far. A wide receiver to either side. Here's a give to Feaster, left side. Nice little block, crosses the 5, 10, and spun forward all the way to the 13-yard line, and he reaches for the first down. They're going to mark it at the 14. It's going to be 3rd down and 1, and we've got an injured offensive lineman. That is Grady Thomas, who is laying on his back, the right guard, as the clock will stop with 5:46 remaining in the third quarter. Grady Thomas looked like fish. He got rolled up on that play.
I tell you what, man, the life of an offensive lineman is not a pretty one. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for anybody looking for any type of glory. It's getting beat on for 60 minutes or however long a game lasts, and getting no recognition and getting nothing but criticism when things don't go well. And when Tavian Feasters of the world run those touchdowns, it's Tavian Feaster with the touchdown. Got people diving at your knees and your ankles all the time. It's something else, and I hope whatever happened to Grady's minor and get him back in there, because it's tough in the trenches, man.
Well, he is surrounded by his the injury staff, the coaching staff, and the trainers right now. So let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Viking football on 105.7 FM, 910 AM, and the source for Spartanburg.com. You can also watch us on YouTube tonight and now at GreatAmericanRivalry.com.
Sharp Business Systems of South Carolina is a proud supporter of Spartanburg High School football. Business owners, Sharp Business Systems wants to help you make IT manageable. If you are constantly hit by unplanned IT expenses, poor system performance, and downtime, let Sharp Business manage and upgrade your IT systems at a fixed monthly cost. Find out more about it. 2000. That's 675-2000. Sharp Business Systems of South Carolina, making IT manageable for your business.
Well, they've help Grady Thomas up, the starting right guard for the Spartanburg Vikings. Grady Thomas, again, number 51, 6'3", 253-pounder.
You ever met Grady?
Nope.
Grady Thomas is that guy. You want your kid to grow up and be like Grady Thomas. He's everybody's friend.
Oh, one time. Yeah, one time. Beginning of the season.
Personable as can be, hard worker, in the classroom and out. Just a great guy.
Weirdly enough, I met him in the trophy room at Florida State, down in Tallahassee. I met him down there and talked with him for a few minutes.
Great guy.
He had little assistance as he walked off under his own power. Third down and 1. Vikings rush out there quickly. They'll give it to Tavian Feaster. There's a flag on the play. He's going to have a first down, but I think this is going to come back. Tavian Feaster would have had the first down.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a quick pit flag if it was a hold. I'm thinking, because we heard out there, that it was a false start. Legal procedure.
No, shot block.
Shot block.
So wow. It's a big penalty.
It is a big. The 15-yard.
41-24, Spartanburg on top. 5:40 remaining in the third quarter.
Half the
Greenville Health System scoreboard.
Half the distance.
Offside Spartanburg.
We're lucky that we didn't have the ball in the 16.
That'll take us back to about the 7-yard line. It's going to end up being about an 8-yard penalty. So it's third down, 8.5. First down markers at our own 15. We're on the right side of the field, moving from our right to left. Spartanburg Vikings, Vegas gold helmets, navy shirts, gold pants. And a new right guard in the ball game. We're going to send Eric Rice, Pops Wilson, and Tavares Scott to the right. Scott calls for the snap, looking to see who's blitzing. Josh Johnson's down to the left. It's been Josh Johnson more than Romaine Kelly. Not sure if Kelly's been injured this half or not. And we weren't set. This is going to be it's a catch at the 15-yard line that Wilson's going to spin out of. Hang on to that ball, young man. Here was the problem. We had Tavares Scott getting up to the line of scrimmage, and before he could get set, Wilson went in motion. This is a good call. It's going to be half the distance to the goal. This is a good call. It's going to end up being about third down and 12. Yeah, there's no question.
Tell you what, man, it's going to be tough converting 3 third-down conversions in a row. Not really, as good a job as we've done tonight. Silly mistake for us to be moving at the same time on the play that we've run off.
So third down and 12. Ball is on our own 3-yard line. Scott will be in the shotgun. He's got 4 wides, 3 to the right side.
Just got to be careful right here. Just be careful. You got to punt the football, so be it. Be careful.
Scott calls for it, standing in his own end zone. Blitz picked up. He'll fire it out to the right side. It's going to be dropped. Tavares Scott had to go down low to get it. It's incomplete. He would have been about 2 yards shy of the first down anyway. And the Cavaliers are going to get a stop after not stopping us for 2 third downs. It was a couple of penalties that backed us up. And it'll bring up fourth down with 4:39 remaining in the third quarter. Vikings on top, 41-24.
First punt of the night, and never forget, I think it was back in 2003 that you were talking about when all we had to do was punt the football to win the game, and our protector backed up into the punter, and we punted it and hit him in the butt. First punt of the game right here. Let's hope we execute.
Dorman looks like they're going to come after it. They jump off sides, and it wasn't called. A good punt by Tommy Washington. It's actually going to be fielded around the 38-yard line. Tyreek Long is going to head to the far side of the field. Joe Delaney III with a tremendous open field tackle at the Cavalier 28-yard line to save a potential touchdown. What a play by JD3. But Dorman once again for the second time this quarter with tremendous field position. And the Vikings, again, we have not given up points in the third quarter all year. The only 3 TDs we've given up in the second half were 3 very late touchdowns, which didn't mean anything. And 2 of them came after 2 in the morning at Union. Lewis Rogers back in the ballgame once again. with some bruised ribs. 4 down linemen for the Vikings. 3 wide receivers to the near side for the Cavaliers. Colin Hill will fake it to Bain, throw it to Pellegrino over the middle. Caught at the 21-yard line. Helmet comes off. Ball comes out. The Vikings fall on it. We'll see what the call is. This could be an incompletion. We'll see what the call is. And we got a great replay of it right here, Fish. It's a catch. He makes a move. Ball comes out. It should be a fumble. That should be a fumble. That ball came out, and they're going to rule it down. Wow, they're going to give it a, they're going to rule it down. Dorman catches a huge break. It's 2nd down and 4. 4 wides, 2 either side. Colin Hill is in the shotgun. Drops back, looking under some pressure over the middle. Caught at the 19. Pellegrino up to the 15. Hangs on to it this time. It's a gain of 6 yards and a Cavalier first down with a tick over 4 minutes to go. And Pellegrino's getting up slow. He is taking some shots.
Well, Pellegrino, he's a baseball player, man. You don't get hit like this too often unless it's the small sphere in the ribs. And yeah, he's taking a beat, but he's there under the, he's their over the middle guy. And so when you go over the middle, you're going to take some hits. And he's taking them.
1st and 10 for the Cavaliers at the Viking 14-yard line. Moving from our left to right. Pistol formation with 3 wides. Hill will fake the sweep, give it back to Bain on a counter. He'll go up the middle, lower his shoulder, and get to about the 12-yard line. Gain of 2 before Hezekiah Bird brings him down and bring up 2nd down and 8.
Hey, well, you got to love Dave Gutshaw. You know, all the innovation that he's done over the years. And here he is coming out here against us running the old counter tray. Fake sweep, come back counter tray. Remember a couple of years ago, Dorman, he did that with a sweep. And he beat us. He just kept running the sweep.
I remember that.
It's a sweep.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
And ran a sweep. Who does that?
2nd down and 8. Hill's in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Takes a snap, looking left side, firing left side. It's going to be incomplete, intended for Daquan Green, and they're going to call a flag on DeMaje Foster. And I'm going to tell you, that ball was thrown behind Green. He jumps over Foster, and they're going to call a penalty on DeMaje Foster. He had one hand on his arm, or one hand on his chest, and they're going to say he had his arm.
Well, unfortunately, you're going to get that call. Well, more often than not when the DB doesn't get his head turned around. It's just it's human nature by the referees to make that call. Not sure if it was interference or not, but it did look like it, especially on the replay.
Ball was very uncatchable, which is what the Viking fans are going to be booing about. But it's going to be penalty. It's going to put the ball at the about 6.5-yard line. Again, pass interference in high school football, not an automatic first down. So what it's going to do is bring up 2nd down and about 2. The first down marker's a tick shy of the 4-yard line. 2:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Spartanburg leads 41-24 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. Power formation, 2 H-backs and a back with Colin Hill, 1 wide receiver. They're going to fake it to Bain, and Colin Hill's going to go up the middle, and he's stonewalled. Jerron Dawkins, Connor Shoegarts.
What kind of spot is this? He never got even close back to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to mark it at the 7. It's a loss of 1.
Jeez.
It'll be 3rd down and 3.
I'll take that all night long. I'll take Colin Hill running the football.
Yeah, I
every
will
time.
too. You're not kidding. Live from the Pizza Inn studios, that's Gavin Fisher. I'm Ryan Clary. Thank you for joining us. However you're listening or watching tonight, it's the best game in the state. It's the best rivalry in the state. There's no question about it. It's Spartanburg and Dorman. The Cavaliers trail by 17, but they're knocking on the door. 3rd down and 3 with 3 wide receivers and an H-back. Hill's in the shotgun. Fires it left side. It's going to be caught, and it's a touchdown. And man, oh man, Daquan Green just took DeMaje Foster and kind of gave him a little bump. They haven't been calling it all night, though. We got to get tougher. It's a touchdown, Dorman.
Yeah, you're right. That was just Green just basically using physicality right there at the goal line to put his body in front of the DeMaje Foster. And you're right. He's out physical, and our guys. He's out there playing more physical every time he goes up for the football. And our guys hadn't had an answer for it because he's so much bigger and stronger than they are.
Extra point is up and good, and with 1:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter, Spartanburg 41, Dorman 31. You're listening to Viking football on The Source.
Back here at Gibbs Stadium, Dorman Cavaliers just won't go away. Colin Hill hits Daquan Green, 7-yard touchdown. They only had 27 yards to go. 6 plays, 27 yards on the Wakefield Automotive Drive summary with 1:58 to go in the third quarter. Spartanburg 41, Dorman 31.
Kickoffs brought to you by Whit Bishop Attorney at Law. When's the last time you had your will updated? Visit Whit Bishop Attorney at Law to do that today. Dorman kicking off from our left to right. And walking up slowly, it's a high, short kick. And Dorman had about 6 guys offsides, and the Viking fans come to their feet and cheer very loudly for that. I mean, it's one thing to have one guy off. It's another thing to have just about everybody offsides.
Is that called a Bronx cheer?
Yeah. Man, oh man. So back it up to the 35-yard line.
You know, he's been kicking it to Tavares over here on the Viking sideline. I don't know, I feel like he's going to go left this time. Eric Rice's side. Romaine Kelly's side. Might be wrong.
So a big end-over-end kick that will hit at the, no, Foster will over the shoulder catch it at the 1. Coming up 5, 10, near sideline, a little room, 15. Cuts it at the 20, and he'll be knocked out of bounds on the 27-yard line. 26-yard return for the sophomore, Demaje Foster. He's got such a bright future ahead of him here at Spartanburg High School. And it'll be Austin Scott, once again, the senior quarterback for the Spartanburg Vikings, who will lead his offense out. He'll bring Tavares Scott, Pops Wilson, Eric Rice, which, by the way, earlier in the game, I gave Wilson credit for a catch that Eric Rice had on a first down. My bad on that. And again, I believe it's Josh Johnson, no Romaine Kelly. Or is that Romaine? Well, I can't quite tell. I think it is Romaine. 1st and 10, 4 wides, and there's a flag. It is Romaine Kelly in the game.
Set.
And it's a 10-point ball game. Spartanburg needs to focus up. I know we've scored 41 points, but Austin Scott's waving his arms around. He's got to show some leadership. They're going to call offsides on Spartanburg. Well, that's different.
To be honest with you, I saw a receiver moving, so I don't know. Could have been either one, but you're right. Austin Scott, show some leadership. Get everybody calm down. Let's go play football.
1st and 15 now for Spartanburg. 4 wides, 3 to the right side. Ball is on the left hash mark at our own 22-yard line, moving from our right to left. Here's a snap. Quick pass out to Romaine Kelly. It's batted by the defensive line and falls incomplete. It looked like Tommy Littlejohn got a hand on it. Bring up 2nd down and 15. Malachi Rivers may have gotten his left hand on it as well. First down markers at our own 38-yard line. 1:41 remaining in the third quarter. Spartanburg 41, Dorman 31 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. 4 wides, 3 to the right. Eric Rice stands to the left of Austin Scott. Here's the snap. Scott dropping back. Looking, he'll fire it out left side. Going to be caught by Tavian Feaster at the 32. He'll try to spin out of a tackle. He can't. He'll reach forward, however, to the 34-yard line. Tyreek Long on the stop. We're going to be about 3 yards shy of a first down, a gain of 12.
It's great open field tackling. I mean, Dorman doing it every single time when Tavian has the ball in space.
4 wide receivers, 2 either side. They'll give it to Kesman Gillum, and the Cavaliers are going to blow it up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2. It's going to bring up 4th down and 6, and the Vikings are going to have to punt the football, and will do so with under a minute remaining in the third quarter.
Big mistake right there. Big mistake, and I don't know what, I see Rick Scott throwing his hands in the air at Austin. I don't know, did Austin check out of that and give it to Kez? I don't know what's going on there, but that's a big mistake.
So the Cavaliers get a touchdown, and they get a big stop as well. Tommy Washington, high, short punt, a block in the back. It's going to be called a Viking roll. The ball will take all the way down to the 24-yard line and tack on some more. It was a very bad block in the back call on Dorman with 31 seconds remaining. Talk about that. A reminder, 285-3530, 285-3530 If you know somebody who had some water damage, call Puro Clean, 285-3530.
Block in the back on the receiving team.
Block in the back penalty charged against Dorman.
So after the penalty, the ball will be placed all the way back at the Cavalier 14-yard line. Again, 31 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's a 10-point ball game. Don't go anywhere. Crazy things happen when these two teams get together. 3 wide receivers to the left side. Here's a give to Bain. He'll come right, cut it up 15, hit hard at the 16-yard line. Hezekiah Bird with a good hit, gain of about 2. Brings up second down.
That's the linebacker play right there, buddy. Just scrape him. I mean, that's all he's doing. He's middle linebacker. His job is to see run, scrape, find that guard, and play off of him. He does a beautiful job.
Not real sure why the clock stopped, but Dorman just bought themselves an extra play. No idea why they just stopped that clock. So Dorman's going to get a free play here in the third quarter. 4 wide receivers, 2 either side. Hill will fire it out left side. Going to be bobbled and caught at the 21-yard line. It's Tyreek Long who will spin forward to the 25. He needed 7. He got 8. It's a Cavalier first down. The clock will stop with 1 second to go and should wind, and that should be the end of the third quarter. Your score, Spartanburg 41, the Cavaliers 31, but Dorman has the football, and they're on the move. We head to the fourth. You're listening to Viking Football on The Source.
Sharp Business Systems of South Carolina is a proud supporter of Spartanburg High School football.
Invasive outpatient procedures to treat every pain and injury. No matter where it is you're going, Orthopedic Associates is here, so you can move better, move stronger, and heal faster. Every stage of life. Call our Spartanburg or Duncan office to schedule an appointment today.
To the fourth quarter we go at Gibbs Stadium on the campus of Wofford College. It's Spartanburg 41, Dorman 31. But the Cavaliers have the football on their own 24-yard line, moving from our right to left, 1st and 10. First play of the fourth quarter sends 3 wide receivers to the right side. Colin Hill looking that way. Boy, he's got all day to throw it. He'll fire it out. It's going to be low, intended for Daquan Green. Trey Smith broke on it. If that ball was up, it probably would have been a pick 6. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Well, yeah, we said it earlier. The Dorman's figured out a way to slow down this pass rush, and that's to run the football effectively. You got guys that are sitting there reading rather than just coming. And Colin Hill has all day long back there.
2nd down and 10 for the Cavaliers. 4 wides, 2 either side. Bain to his right. It's a draw play to Shenard Bain. It's going to be blown up in the backfield at the 19-yard line. It's number 56, Satorian Mobley, who had a heck of a game last week. A great play here. It's going to be a loss of about 5 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 15.
Good job by Satorian getting penetration, beating the nose tackle there. Satorian also third baseman on the JV baseball team. Only a sophomore, doing a nice job of showing up big right there.
3rd down and 15. Viking fans start coming to their feet. 11-18 in the fourth quarter. Vikings lead 41-31. 4 wides, 2 either side for the Cavaliers. First down markers at the 35. Colin Hill's going to heave it deep down the far sideline. Got a man, they're going to throw a flag.
Trey's got to get his
flag.
If they don't get their head around, they're going to throw the flag. Trey's got to get his head around.
That's a good call, too.
Got to get your head around. If you don't do it, they're going to call it.
It's pass interference on Smith.
That's 1, 2, penalties that kept us from converting a third down. That's 1-2 penalties that have given Dorman new life on a third down.
Yeah.
And if those odds keep, if it stays that way, it's going to be a tough ball game to win. Just keep throwing it long on third down. If I'm Dorman.
It's a guy, Bird, having a conversation with the official right now.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty results in first down.
So Dorman will have the football at the 35-yard line. First and 10 for the Cavaliers with 11:02 remaining in the fourth. Live from the Pizza Inn studios, he's Gavin Fisher. I'm Ryan Clary. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Lots of ways to listen or watch this game, however you're doing so. Thank you so much for choosing us. First and 10 for Dorman. With their own 35, 4 wides, 2 either side. Bain to the right of Colin Hill. The Vikings have 4 down linemen. We're going to stunt and rush 4. Colin Hill under pressure. He'll step up, cross the 30, 35, going to take off, slide down to the 41-yard line. The Vikings have a late hit.
No, they didn't hit. They were trying to avoid him. You know,
yeah, well, what happened, it looked like we were trying to almost kind of slide beside Colin Hill, and we just kind of crashed right into each other.
I tell you what, we're finding out this game, player. This is going to be.
Colin Hill just taunted a bunch of our kids, too. You hate to see that. He's a great kid.
It's going to be a huge epiphany here. What our DBs are finding out, it's a whole lot harder to play defensive back when you're not getting the pass rush.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening to us.
You're exactly right. That's exactly right. Second down. Call it 4. Pistol formation again for the Cavaliers. 3 wide receivers. Toss sweep to Bain, right side. Connor Shugart hits him. He spins out of it at the 36-yard line. But then there's some more Vikings to help close it up. Hezekiah Bird and Lewis Rogers there to meet him. It's a loss of about 4.5 yards. It's going to bring up third down and call it 9.
Doggone it. Let's get a third down stop.
He was brought down by number 42. Correction 47, Connor Shugart.
Good penetration that time by Connor Shugart. 3 wide receivers. 2 to the left side. Moving from our right to left. Third down, they'll call it 8. Hill's in the shotgun. Got all day. He'll fire it out right side. It's going to be... They're going to rule that a catch. They are. They're going to rule that a catch at the 46.5-yard line. He got 1.5 yards more than he needed. It's another Dorman first down with 9:30 to go in the fourth quarter. The Cavs trail by 10.
If you're a Burns Rebel listening out there, no offense, but this team's better than you. And they're hard to stop, man.
They're tough. Pistol formation again for the Cavs. First and 10, Dorman. And we've got a penalty thrown by the umpire.
The Vikings' next home appearance will be on Friday, October the 30th, when they face the Malton Mavericks here at Gibbs Stadium.
Get the call.
Game time 7:30, so make your plans to be with us.
It's a false start on Dorman. So back him up 5 yards. Dorman's turn to have longer than 10 yards to go.
We need that on the third down.
First and 15 for the Cavaliers after the penalty. The ball is at the 41.5-yard line. It's a very strange spot. They gave him it's weird. I don't even know.
They came pretty close.
4 wides, 2 either side for the Cavaliers. The Vikings will blitz. We rush 5. They'll throw a screen out to Bain. Coming near side. He's got room. He's got nowhere to go. How about number 34, Jerron Dawkins? Tackles it back at the 33-yard line. How about a loss of 8 yards on that play? And after the original penalty, brings up 2nd and 23.
Just guys staying at home there. Jerron Dawkins showing a lot of speed. The Vikings defense has some good speed. And we thought that Dorman would run a lot more screens than they have tonight. Similar, we thought Burns would too. But that time they throw the screen on a first and long, bring the second long. And these second and third longs haven't been very friendly to us so far tonight, so I'm not that optimistic, player.
Ball's at the Cavalier 33-yard line. Their first down marker is at our 44. Here's the snap. Colin Hill under pressure. Lewis Rogers gets to him. And sack number 8 for the senior. Drops Colin Hill back at the 21-yard line. And it's going to be third down, and from here to Dorman.
Well, golly Moses, stop them from getting a first down for Pete's sake. I hate these third and longs.
8:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Spartanburg leads 41-31.
Hey, tell our DBs to get their head around. Don't let Daquan Green run past them.
It is 3rd down and 36. Got the feeling they're going to go long.
And don't hit him before he catches it.
It could be a double pass. No, there's going to just be a screen. Caught by Long, going far sideline, crosses the 25 up to the 30, around the 31-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down and about 23 yards to go, and the Cavaliers will have to punt with 7:45 remaining in the ball game on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. The Vikings lead 41-31.
How crazy is this drive? That was a 12-play drive, and they end up on the 30-yard line.
It's Dorman Spartanburg.
This is the weirdest daggum.
There's a punt. Oh, we ran into the punter.
Knew it was coming. And we
fumbled it. And they have the football at the 42-yard line. Dimache fumbled it. Nonetheless, the penalty won't matter because the Cavaliers are going to have it at the Viking 42-yard line. Wow. The penalty won't even matter.
You know, with 7 minutes to go in the ball game, that stop could have been it.
Yeah.
You know, you get a couple first downs. That stop could have been it. Instead, the Vikings, when we play Dorman, we make more mistakes than we make all year combined.
It's not even close.
We make more mistakes than we do all year combined, and we've done it tonight. We've made mistakes on 4th and longs, 3rd and longs, pass interferences, roughing the punter, fumbling punts. We make mistakes left hand over foot.
So they're going to mark the football at the Viking 42-yard line. The Dorman Cavaliers will have it, trailing by 10, 7:19 remaining in the ball game.
I mean, that last drive, Dorman went 12 plays, 16 yards.
1st and 10 for the Cavs. Pistol formation. It's a give to Shenard Bain. He'll go right up the gut, runs into the arms of I.L. Jeter. It's a gain of about 2. Bring up 2nd down and 8. And Sam Thompson and Lewis Rogers are starting to push and shove each other a little too much. 2nd down and 8. Clock ticks. 6:55, 6:54, 6:53 to go in the fourth quarter. 41-31. Spartanburg on top of the Greenville Health System scoreboard. Ronnie Miller lines up at defensive end now on the far side of the field. 4 down linemen for the Vikings. Dorman will send 3 wide receivers to our side. Pellegrino goes in motion now to the right. Colin Hill drops back. It's a screen. Caught at the 42. There's a block in the back, not going to be called. 35-30. The tight end gets all the way up to the 26-yard line. That's Chase Jones. It's going to be a Cavalier first down. And old fish, they got away with one there. Mr. Ron Dawkins comes off holding his shoulder. I think it was Dawkins who made the tackle. 1st and 10 for Dorman. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Ball's on the right hash mark. 1st and 10. Hill in the shotgun. They will give it to Shenard Bain going right side, and he's going to escape out of one tackle and then get up to the 21-yard line. Connor Shugart will get the stop. It's a gain of 4. Nice play by Bain to not lose 1. It brings up 2nd and 6.
The Vikings with a lot of guys in the area, but I'm telling you, Bain's not a guy that you can tackle with one person. He's so slippery, so little, it's hard to get a square shot on him. And that time, instead of a loss of 2, it's a gain of 5, a 7-yard differential.
Wow, pretty good spot that time at the 20. Dorman needs to get going, though. They're taking their sweet time. 8 on the play clock. They don't even have they're not set. They're going to have to probably burn a timeout. 3 on the play clock. 1 on the play clock. They're not set, and they're going to throw a flag. This is going to be a free play for Spartanburg. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
What do you do here? You push them back 2nd and 10, or do you go 3rd and 5?
It's a great question, Fish.
I think you go 2nd and 10 because it burns a little more time, extra play, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Coach Miller and the staff got a decision here. It's a legal shift. They were never set. And they just got the play in way too late. And the ref has stopped cutting his mic on. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 as we decline the penalty.
You know, that's a tweener. That's a danged if you do, danged if you don't.
Shaquem Meadows checks into the ball game for the Vikings. First down marker is at the 15-yard line of Spartanburg.
What's that counter? They've run that counter a whole lot tonight. And they felt like they needed a big rushing play.
Third down, 4 wide receivers. Here's the snap. Colin Hill's going to throw it over the middle. Caught by Tyreek Long at the 6-yard line. Brought down by Osha Robinson. It's going to be first and goal for the Cavaliers with 5:15 to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, does Dorman just have an answer every time or what?
Every single time. It's hard to believe the Vikings are winning this game by 10. It just doesn't feel like it. Power formation, a couple of H-backs. Baines behind Colin Hill. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Bain right up the middle. Crosses the 5, gets up to about the 1.5-yard line. Brought down by Satorian Mobley. It'll be second and goal from the 1. Cavaliers quickly to the line of scrimmage. Same formation. 1 wide receiver to the near side. It's a give to Bain. He'll go right up the middle, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. 4:34 remaining as the tick off a couple extra seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's now Spartanburg 41, Dorman 37, with an extra point coming up to make it a 3-point ball game. Extra point is blocked, or I'm sorry, not blocked, good, it was almost blocked. Boy, we almost got a hand in there. Confused me for a second, but it is good. So your score with 4 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this ball game, it's Spartanburg 41, Dorman 38. You're listening to Viking football on The Source. Hey Viking fans, listen up. Pizza Inn.
Back here, Gibbs Stadium. Narbane runs a 1-yard touchdown. Dorman scores with 4:33 left to go in the ball game. 41-38. Spartanburg Vikings lead it on the Wakefield Automotive Drive Summit.
Kickoff by Dorman, a high end-over-end kick, going to be fielded by DeMaje Foster at the 5. Coming up near side, 15-20. Gets a good block by Romaine Kelly, 25. He'll try to cut it back at the 29-yard line, but he's going to be hit hard and go down right there. So with 4:25 remaining in the ball game, the Spartanburg Vikings have a 3-point lead and can end this thing with a scoring drive. Not too quickly, of course. Austin Scott, Tavian Feaster, Marcellus Wilson, Tavares Scott, Eric Rice, and Romaine Kelly, along with the Big 5 offensive linemen. And I believe Grady Thomas is back in the ball game at right guard. Here's the snap. It's a give to Feaster. Nowhere to go left side. Cuts it back right side. Gets out of 1. 30. Tavian Feaster, 35. What a run by the All-American all the way up to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 15 yards. And a Big Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down.
Well, that's an All-American play right there. There's no place to go on the left-hand side. He stops, breaks about 3 tackles, accelerates, breaks another couple tackles for a big gain. That's just a beautiful play.
Vikings should be in no hurry right now. Dorman with 2 timeouts remaining as the clock will tick under 4 minutes before this next snap. And they jump off sides. Good job by Austin Scott to get him to jump off sides.
And they give you a new 25, too, that you need to burn down, Claire. Should give you a new 25 second. And I hope the guys know it. They
no! Whoa! They're going to call a false start on something that both quarterbacks have been doing all game long. And that's putting their hand down and calling it. And they're going to call a false start. You've got to be kidding me.
All right, Austin, forget about it. Next play. Let's go. He's over there arguing. People following your lead. You know, it's a bad call, and we got to move on. Get away from the ref. Let's go.
First and 15 as Austin is still talking to him about it. Ball at our own 39-yard line. Eric Rice is the man in the backfield. Tavian Feaster and Tavares Scott
still run to the 25 off.
Are to the short side of the field. And Austin Scott calls for the football. It's a give to Eric Rice. He'll go right up the middle. He's hit hard right at the line of scrimmage by Wesley Robinson. No gain on the play, brings up second down to 15. Fish a little surprised we didn't give him a Feaster on that play.
That has to be something that Austin's checking to, and not realizing that Eric Rice is running back beside him. We're not trying to set anything up now, you know. That's got to be something that they're checking to on the field.
Pistol formation. We need a first down here. 4 wides to either side. Scott in the shotgun. Under some pressure, he'll dump it off and just throw it away to Tavian Feaster. Incomplete. The clock is going to stop with 3:08 remaining, and boy, the Spartanburg Vikings are falling apart here with a 3-point lead as the Dorman Cavalier fans come to their feet on the far side. A big third down at 15. Good time to give it to the Army All-American. Feaster stands to the right of Austin Scott. 4 wides, draws back looking. Austin will get rid of it. It's going to be caught by Marcellus Wilson. 45, first down near sideline 40, all the way to the 41-yard line. Austin Scott to Pops Wilson. And Austin bats his own chest. What a huge play. A gain of 27 yards and a Vic Bailey Volkswagen Viking first down.
It's a big play right there. Austin Scott staying in there. He got nailed right as he threw the football. And how about Pops Wilson, an unheralded guy coming into the season? No catches last year with a big third down catch.
First and 10 for the Vikings. Austin Scott will give it to Tavian Feaster. Goes right up the gut 30. Gets hit at the 28. Falls forward to the 26-yard line. Good run by Tavian Feaster.
Have to slow down right now.
A gain of 6 yards. Going to bring up second and 4. And expect Dave Gutshaw to start using his timeout soon.
Generally, you wait till you're under 2 minutes to start burning those.
Vikings probably need to hurry a little bit. 8 on the play clock, and we're not set. 4 wides, 2 either side, 3 on the play clock. Austin will call for it with 2 on the play clock. Give it to Tavian Feaster, and I think he tripped over Austin Scott's foot. Feaster will go down back at the 28-yard line, and Dave Gutshaw will call a timeout after the 3-yard loss. And the clock ran off about another 8 or 9 seconds, and they need to fix that. Timeout brought to you by Watchworks. Repairs new watches, wall clocks. Watchworks is your one-time watch stop. We will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Viking football on the Source.
Morris Tire is closing in on its 50th anniversary serving Spartanburg. So how does a family-owned business like Morris Tire remain strong for half a century?
We said all week on Open Mic Daily here on 105.7 FM and 910 AM that if the Cavaliers could run the football, they were going to be in it. They have run the football, and they are in it. A big third down and 6 for the Spartanburg Vikings. 2:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. The first down marker is at the Cavalier 22-yard line. Four wide receivers. Rice goes in motion to the left. Here's the snap. Austin Scott's going to pass. He'll dump it off to Tavian Feaster, who can't hang on to the football. Can't hang on to the football, and it looked like it was tipped a little bit. Potentially by Tyrell Earls. It's going to bring up fourth down with 2:10 to go in the fourth quarter on the Cavalier 28-yard line.
I know you can't anticipate an incomplete pass right there just to check down Tavian, but I feel like you knew you were going to kind of go for it on fourth down. Go ahead and run it, make them burn a timeout, and then go for it on fourth.
Big play in the ball game. Could be the ball game. Fourth down. 3 wides to the left, 1 to the right. Scott's in the shotgun. Feaster to his right. Here's the snap. Under pressure. He'll dump it off to Tavian Feaster. Can't hang on to the football. Pass was low.
Yes! It's a right
Jackson hit Tavian Feaster pretty hard. And what a bonehead move, which may have cost his team a shot at the win. I hate that for that young man, but my goodness. They're going to call after the play. They're going to call after the play, so it's Dorman football.
What?
Wow. So it's going to be Dorman football. It's going to back them up, and we got a ball game. 41-38. The Cavaliers will have one timeout remaining with 2:05 left in the fourth quarter. Dorman trails Spartanburg 41-38 on the Greenville Health System scoreboard. We're glad you're with us tonight. Viking football presented by USC Upstate. Dorman will have it on their own 14-yard line. 1st and 10 with one timeout to go. A field goal would tie it. A touchdown could win the game. Last year, Spartanburg knocked off the #1 team in the state. It was Dorman. This year, the Cavs trying to return the favor. Here we go. Colin Hill drops back. First pass is incomplete, intended for Pellegrino, and great coverage that time by Trey Smith. He got there right as the ball arrived. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the incompletion.
Now, I'll tell you what, Michael Murphy's on the far side of the field away from Daquan Green, and I really would love to see him on Daquan Green's side, man. Daquan Green's gone up and made play after play after play on us. We got Julian Stridiron on that side too, but Daquan Green's been their big play guy.
2nd down and 10, 4 wides to either side. Colin Hill under pressure. He'll fire it out to the far sideline. Intended for Tyreek Long, to be caught at the 27.5-yard line. Osher Robinson on the coverage. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cavs. 1:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. They'll mark it at the 26. Not a good spot for Dorman. 1st and 10, 4 wides, 2 either way.
Motion.
Colin Hill drops back. He'll fire it out. Going to be caught by Green at the 30. DeMaje Foster will bring him down to the 33-yard line. There is no motion penalty on the play. Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3. 1:37, 1:36. The clock is continuing to move. Hills in the shotgun.
Motion.
4 wide receivers. They weren't set at all. They'll get it to Tyreek Long, caught at the 43-yard line. Murphy will bring him down to the 44. It's another 1st down.
How do you not call motion? There was 5 guys still moving.
They weren't set at all that time.
Golly Moses.
They weren't set at all.
I'm not trying to nitpick here. That's just blatant.
We'll keep it right here through the end of the game.
I don't understand.
1st and 10, 44-yard line for the Cavaliers. 1:25 and counting. 4 wides, 3 to the left side. Trailing by 3 is Dorman under pressure. Colin Hill will fire it right side. Incomplete that time. Intended for Tyreek Long. Good coverage by Robinson and Mike Murphy. No, I beg your pardon. It was looked like Julian Stridiron flew over there and broke it up. Incomplete. Robinson checks out. Days checks in. Robinson looks a little dinged up. 1:14 to go. Spartanburg 41, Dorman 38. 2nd down and 10 on the Cavalier 44-yard line, moving from our right to left. Oh, every person here is on their feet. 4 wide receiver look. Hills in the shotgun. Play action, dropping back. Big drop back. Fires it out. It's going to be incomplete that time. Intended for Pellegrino at the 50-yard line. Good coverage by Javante Jackson. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 with 1:09 remaining in the ball game. The Cavaliers have 1 timeout to go.
Vikings have to get a pass rush right here with Lewis Rogers. Somebody else has to get some type of pass rush.
Viking fans come to their feet. 3rd down and 10. 1st down markers in the Viking 46. Here's a quick screen out right side. Caught. 45, 50. Bouncing off the tackle up to the 49-yard line is Tyreek Long. And the Dorman Cavaliers are going to use their final timeout with 58 seconds remaining. It's going to be 4th down and 3. All our timeouts are brought to you by Watchworks. If you need your wristwatch repaired or just want a new one, visit Watchworks today, east side of Spartanburg. Ball game right here, Gavin Fisher, as the Cavaliers have burned their final timeout.
I'll tell you what, Dorman's gone back and over and over and over, they've gone to Daquan Green. And I know that, when you look at who they have out there, such a nice little receiver in Tyreek Long. Stone Pellegrino's been their guy over the middle. Daquan Green has been their guy, their go-to guy. You have to feel like if they're targeting somebody, Daquan Green's a guy because he can go up there and physically go up there and take that football away. If it's just a jump ball, the ball on the inside, he can muscle his way in there and make a play.
Lewis Rogers, Centurion Mobley, Shaquem Meadows also in the game. Niall Jeter will be 4 down linemen. Here's the ball game. The Cavaliers must pick up the first down. 4 wide receivers for the Cavs. Here's Hill in the shotgun. He'll drop back looking under pressure. He'll throw it off his back foot. Intercepted! Intercepted! Spartanburg! It's going to be Connor Shugart! Connor Shugart, the sophomore, has got it! And that's going to be the ball game. It's Connor Shugart who picks off the senior Colin Hill. And the Vikings are going to hang on in one of the most unbelievable football games in the front of the largest crowd here in years. 41-38.
Still got to sit on it. Still got to kneel on it. But that looked like a miscommunication, Larry. Looking at the replay, especially the receiver went inside. The inside receiver ran a wheel route. And for some reason, Colin Hill threw it really short, like he thought it was going to be a comeback route right at the first down marker. Connor Shugart was playing good D. He was right there. Ball, of course, hits him in the chest. And he does a nice job of bringing it in, and then does a smart thing of running it out of bounds.
Austin Scott will take a knee back at the 50. And the clock will wind. We'll have to snap it one more time. And then that'll be it. The Spartanburg Vikings are 1 snap away from 7-0. 3-0 in region play, the 16th straight win. Is 1 snap away, and an unbelievable, crazy night here at Gibbs Stadium, where Dorman played their best game all year. Here's the final snap, there's the final knee, and the Spartanburg Vikings have defeated the Dorman Cavaliers. 41-38 is your final. The Spartanburg Vikings are 7-0 in the 2015 season. 3-0 in region play and on their way to a region title. And Gavin Fisher, that was a game where you can almost say that, not lying here, Dorman, I thought, outplayed Spartanburg tonight. Dorman played their best game by far this season. Spartanburg made many plays and many good things, but your initial thoughts before we hit the Beacon Drive and postgame report?
It's almost too early for me to even decompress and try to figure out where this game went and how it went our way. The referees played a big part in the game in a lot of different ways in our favor and against us as well. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, that's the best football team we played all year. They always play us tough. We always make big mistakes against them. But if they don't go out there and beat the Burns Rebels, I'll be disappointed in them because they're a better football team than Burns. Give Dave Gutshaw and his staff so much credit. Give their kids so much credit for playing hard and playing smart and playing good football. Dave Gutshaw had a great game plan, as always. Came out here and executed it. And I'll be honest, I went and saw Dorman last week against Bald. Dorman stunk. When I walked away from there, I was like, man,